I stand on this mountain, I look down and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down by mine. There's more than it once knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Now you're here. You're here. You're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see. Found me see. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around my mind, embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me sing. Found me sing. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's turn through chat, see who we've got in the house. We got Kimber in the house. She says, please like, share, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a live. We got Chris in the house. Wisdom Speaks in the house. All things serious. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Doodlebug is in the house. Give me some of that energy, right? Ooh, Lord, Chris, if you handing out energy, we're going to need some of that this way. ArcticFox is in the house. Paula is in the house. Chris has shared it out to multiple Facebook groups with a couple of multiple people, and Discord and Facebook Messenger. Thank you for sharing, Chris. Sharon is Karen. There's Lisa Joe. We was worried about you, ma'am. We was wondering where you been. Hard working? Are you covering Patricia Jane Wagner? I have a bunch of cases pulled together. I really need to get my notebook back out. I had an incident the other night when we did the Aussie True Crime Live, and the ceiling started linking on all of my computer equipment. So everything's kind of chaotic at the moment because I have to move my whole desk around. But if she is not on the list of people that I have pulled up tonight's going to be a little bit different. Normally we do deep dives into cases. I'm going to do a Mod Podge of New Jersey cases tonight, which is not normally how we do it here on the show, but I've had kind of an off week. It's been kind of a hell of a week. So it'll be a little different than what you guys are used to seeing. Avery, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. There's Kimba. I thought you might be a sheep, ma'am. Guys know that one night a week I do love to do our Viewer's Choice live, and tonight's Viewer Choice are Captain Jenks and anybody else that might be interested in New Jersey cases. He did express that he would be interested in seeing us do some New Jersey cases, so I figured we'd throw that in there here tonight on our Wednesday night Viewer's Choice. Leslie and Billy's here. Thank you so much for being here, Leslie. Always here. Psh, psh. Avery, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. There's Mark Sherman in the house. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you over here, Mark. Your daughter is in Orlando with the high school band. Oh, sweet. Lisa, you might know somebody that I know from a different platform. I can't remember what state you're in. It may just be the time for school events to come to Orlando, though. Far Q is in the house. Thank you so much for coming in tonight, Far Q. We always love you being here. Our Aussie sister. I was listening to something absolutely terrifying. It was about online cult called 764 brutalizing teenagers to hurt themselves and commit crimes. Mark, that is absolutely terrifying. I have to agree with that statement fully. I was just asking, she is a good friend's cousin, and also Mason Kennedy is like an expert. I mean, if she's not on the list, I can definitely pull her up and we can take a look, Lisa. You're awake. Mama, I agree. Hope the weekend and weekdays get better. Me too. You too. Wisdom's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Wisdom. We're going to cover Duluth Alvarez. I can write that one down too. I was kind of torn on what to do tonight, guys. I did want to do a viewers live. I'm enjoying a viewer's choice live. So I want to make sure that I do keep doing these. I'm not sure what to name them because I try to make the names like catchy, like our Not Forgotten Friday. You know, we have Missing Poster Monday that Dutchess and Southern Girl do. So we'll try to keep that. Miss Barb, hi, honey. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're well. Elizabeth Lander is in the house. Who dat? Who dat? Somebody from a different platform. She's in Wisconsin. Oh, see, you're in Minnesota. I couldn't remember. So, yeah, it's probably just like the thing for people to do to come to Florida if they're having school events. Spring break. Yeah, our spring break was last week. The baby hath gone back to school. So I was fixing coffee. I missed the hellos. Hello. Coffee is always welcome over here. There's Captain Jenks. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, tonight is dedicated to New Jersey cases. Captain Jenks said that he would like to see us do some New Jersey cases. So I pulled up a couple of different sites and then a case that Critical Minds had brought to us. We'll double check. I'm sure Arctic already has a video out on her. Hi, Dutchie. Thank you so much for being here. Dutchie says, hey, love, and chat listening and helping hubby get dinner on. Oh, look at you go, girl. You can't take Dutchie down. Broken hand, surgeries, the whole 9 yards. That boo has healing abilities. All right, just want to make sure I say hello to everyone. I don't want to miss anybody. My son started learning how to drive today. I almost went through the windshield 25 times, and I still feel a little car sick. Well, peppermint or something for your nerves, probably. Yeah, Arctic does have a video on everybody. Everybody in the house tonight. Kimber, I dropped the link for you. It's probably way up there in chat now. I don't know. It might not be. If you need to drop it again, just holler at me. Don't holler too loud, though. I've had quite an interesting week, and I'm liable to jump out of my chair if you holler too loud. All right, we're going to put it over here on the big screen for those of us that are getting old. Those of us that are getting old. He does have a lot of videos on a lot of cases. Arctic's a machine. He'd be putting out videos. Chris, I need a stiff drink. Well, Kahlua and coffee, Bailey's and coffee. Those are things that always seem to have a calming effect. All right. So glad everybody's here. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If Kimber's coming up, that link in the chat. You don't see it? All right, let me drop it again. Well, they keep saying StreamYard, man. Now I've got some little weird box that says present. I hope this is Kimber because I don't have any way to cover the screen up. Speak.
Roof.
Okay. Perfect. You're backstage. You're on panel now. I must be lagging. Wonderful. Yes, I always did love Arctic's cover. It's an amazing job. And I think he said last night that he has a family on Saturday. I think I heard that right. I'm digging deep for information.
I was on top chat. That's why.
Yeah, it freaked me out too. I'm over here. Probably why you didn't see it. I need to put a thing in Nightbot about top chat.
Well, yeah. I was a dandy today. This time, cause I was on top chat.
Yeah. You was on top chat.
Mm-hmm.
You may be up here by yourself in it.
Are you gonna yeet? Yeet.
It's been working fine. I've sat over here and edited videos together and stuff, and now all of a sudden it's wanting to lag.
Oh. Oh no.
Hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay. Yeah, Doodle said yes. That freaked me out. Yeah, it kind of freaked me out when I went to log on and I was like, what is this? What is this string box that popped up? Nope, we don't want none of your notifications.
Yes, that's the message you need, Mom, right there. Don't be like me and get stuck on top messages. Switch to all messages in chat now. Here is your memo. Stop pulling. Yeah, Dandy, I did pull you tonight. I kept posting last night. Don't be a dandy, because Dandy got stuck on top chat last. She was on top chat last night.
Dandy's in here. See, like I don't even see Dandy. My comments must be way behind. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off my phone.
Dandy's just arrived at the party.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Dutchie.
You want me to clip it? Or can you save it? Hold on.
No, I need to come up with my own, but something along those lines.
Well, let me steal it. Hold on, Dutchie. We're just going to
I like
borrow.
that.
Let me copy and paste it, and then Control C, and then let me get a postie. Oh, hold on here. Let me pull up my Discord. Good Lord, have mercy. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you in Discord, and then you can
Heavens to
fine
whose
tune it.
hemorrhoids?
Stop. Why you gotta talk about hemorrhoids, girl? Oh, that's offensive. I ain't never had hemorrhoids.
Thank you, Dutchie, for coming in, hanging out with us. She's
Wasn't
helping
me.
cooking. Need to make her blue. What wasn't you? Why are we
That's not mine.
British?
Oh, there's my Discord.
Yeah, I stay. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this will stop doing this. I wish I can shut off autocorrect. If I shut off my autocorrect, Captain Jenks certain will tell him what would pop up in chats. Preparation
Okay.
H. So Lisa's always good for the badge cream, badge renewal, and prep H.
Okay, I just sent that to you in Discord, in your Discord DM, so you can modify that however you want to put in Nightbot.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Dutchie. You're a rock star. Okay. Hopefully this isn't lagging like super bad because it looks like it's laggy on my side. I don't know why. There's nothing else on. And y'all can probably hear him snoring, so. Oh, Arctic, if only. Preparation H could clear up the hemorrhoids on YouTube.
Arctic, honey, there ain't enough Preparation H at the Preparation H factory to clear up the hemorrhoids on YouTube.
Wouldn't that be nice, though?
It would be so
Wouldn't
nice.
that be nice? Okay, so it might be this article that's causing it to like. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this article. So this is Light 96.9, South Jersey's best variety. And you guys have probably heard me say this before. A lot of times in small towns and places like that, believe it or not, the radio stations are some of the biggest advocates that you could ask for. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and you're probably thinking, Mom, what are you talking about? A radio station? You can't hear Craig snoring? That's good. Sound is good, not roboting. Perfect. Okay, back to Davey to preach Arctic. Love Arctic. Love it. Love it. Okay, so these are cold cases, South Jersey's unsolved murders and mysteries. And you see the faces here on your screen. Okay, so we're just going to get a little bit of insight here. I do love these articles that are written like this as well. And then I have some other cases that are actually cases. It says, what is a cold case? A police case becomes cold when all probative investigative leads available to the primary investigators have been exhausted and the case remains open and unsolved after a period of 3 years. Cold cases are reviewed to determine if newer technologies, forensic testing may produce any potential leads, and potential lead discovered will be assigned to an investigator for a follow-up investigation. Where are these cold cases from? I have a limited scope of this photo gallery, but the cold cases from Atlantic, Cape May, and Cumberland counties over a period of the last 60 years. They're undoubtedly cold cases from these counties and aren't represented here. If you know one or would like any attention, please reach out. Okay. Some of South Jersey's most famous unsolved murders. Unsolved murders as recently as 2017 and as far back as 1960s in Atlantic, Cape May, and Cumberland counties are represented with photos of the victims and some of the history on the cases. All of these murder cases grabbed headlines to get our attention, but now they have become curiosities to the public and painful memories for living family members. Okay. Decades later, people still mourn their missing family members. As awful as it is to lose a loved one to murder, in many respects, it's even bigger burden to have a family member just disappear. At least they didn't use vanished, never to be heard from again. These families never experience the closure of knowing what happened to their loved one, if they're alive or dead. Decades later, if you search these missing people's names, you will still find websites, Facebook pages set up in the hope that someone who knows some information about them may still come forward. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, Dutchess says, hubby is hollering, I'll be listed. Okay. That's not crazy at all for radio stations to be an advocate. Well, see, some people they don't do this like we do, Chris. So just I find it odd that you find more information from a radio station than you would a local news station, which would have video footage or potentially pictures of the missing person included in their coverage. Captain Jenks says first true crime case was call-in radio station, goes back to 1950s. Yes, enjoy your dinner. Drifty's in the house. Barb says she's 100% agrees with that statement, and that's the not knowing. I'm sure it could be the whole statement, but the not knowing is what just absolutely crushes these families, and it makes you, like I said, it makes you wonder whenever you sit down to eat dinner, when you have somebody that's missing that you love, do I deserve to eat this because I don't know where they are? I don't know if they're warm. I don't know if they're cool. I don't know if they've eaten. I don't know if they've had a shower. So you find yourself asking those questions. Do you deserve to continue on with your everyday life? And I don't say those things from an article. I say them from personal experience. Okay, so moving along. More cold cases, South Jersey's unsolved murders and mysteries. So this is Damian Jones, 34, of Brigantine. The Atlantic County prosecutor said on September 16, 2017, around 1:19 a.m., Damian Jones, 34, of Bridgetown, and Talisa Collin, 23, of Vineland, were fatally shot as they sat in a vehicle in a parking lot of the MVP Sports Bar located at 408 Wheat Road in Buena. And then this is her, Talisa Collin, 23, from Vineland. Collin of Vineland went by the nickname Nina. Oh, that's cute. And wanted to become a nurse's aide and worked with handicapped children. Jones of Brixton worked as a machine operator and rooted for the Eagles. Zodiac case was big on calls in 1968 and up. You know what? I saw a creator on TikTok tonight that he's like wanting people that have podcasts to reach out to him. He has like his own story to tell about the Zodiac killer. And that case intrigues me. Like, I know that sounds like really strange to be like, oh, a case intrigues me. But it does. It's like super intriguing. Okay, so let's see. This is van involved in Jones and Collin murders. According to police, surveillance video showed a vehicle that is linked to Jones and Collin's murders. Detectives believe the vehicle was likely newer model Chrysler Dodge minivan, dark in color. That doesn't look like a minivan to me. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole with what kind of vehicle it is. I've had the what kind of vehicle it is my share today and yesterday and the day before.
But it looks like an SUV more than it does a minivan. But that's all I'm going to say because I've had my share too. Which one? Yes, it looks like
this
an
looks
SUV.
Like one of those. What are those fancy ass cars? I can't. Isn't that horrible? I can't remember what they're called, but they have like a really weird name. I'll think of it about the time I'm halfway through the article.
But it looks like a crossover SUV. Looks like a crossover.
Almost like a PT Cruiser or something, doesn't it? All right, look, Captain's had his share of. Is it? Let's pick the multiple choice vehicles.
Yeah,
on Zodiac, I'd watch. Ken Mains.
I'd rather go outside and slam my head in the car door than I had go over what kind of vehicle.
Damn, honestly. Kimber done straight up just chose violence. Lincoln. That's not what I was thinking of, though, Lisa Jo.
But it looks like a crossover SUV, but I really don't. I hold on.
It does kind of look like an ink and ass in. Can we make it bigger? Y'all, I get over here pushing buttons. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. Look, I told myself I wasn't going to do this.
Leave the photo
I lied.
for just a second. Let me see something. Oh, Lord.
That does look like a Lincoln Town car to me. I think
Rabbit
Lisa's right.
Holio. Let me see.
Well, that's better than Cornholio. Okay. Captain Jenks says Dodge Grand Caravan. That looks like a caravan to you?
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's just it's the lighting. Oh, God, with
that's
the lighting.
That's not a no. Hold on.
Ooh, Lisa's going to clean it up for us. Save image. All right, we got an auto body man in the chat. He's saying that it looks like a caravan. I don't know.
Is that the headlights that we're looking at?
No, this is tail lights. That's tail lights because that's the license plate lit up. And then this looks like a street light reflection off of the car window. Where's Lisa? Lisa Jo. There's Lisa.
I don't know what the hell it is. I can't. I just can't. Y'all just let me know when y'all figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so like what kind of vehicle it is, multi-choice that I could screen. All right, before we end up in a rabbit hole over the damn what kind of vehicle it is. It looks like a truck to Chris. Oh, God. I'm sure law enforcement has another video to verify it's thank you, Dandy. Here comes Dandy with the win. Get off the damn vehicle, she said. I have a niece that has one that looks like it's a caravan. Okay, perfect. And Lisa's going to clean it up for us. We'll revisit the vehicle. I think boat says caravan, though. As long as it's not an Elantra, for Christ's sake. MVP Sports Bar, Buena. The MVP Sports Bar in Buena was where the murders occurred in 2017, has subsequently closed. Captain, are you familiar with this MVP place here? Packaged goods. So it was a package store. For those of y'all that don't know what a package store is, it's a liquor store.
Yeah, I don't know why they gotta have a fancy name. Why don't they just call it liquor store?
Because it's the MVP Sports Bar. So it's a sports bar, and it's got packaged goods. So I would assume that packaged goods would be a package store. It's in Buena, Buena. Says it's closed. The murders were in 2017. It's closed now. And I can't tell if it's a corner. It kind of looks like a corner store, like a store that's on the corner.
Or that could be a parking lot on the side, but, I don't know. Let's not get into that either.
Grab your flashlight, your boots, because we may end up on Google Maps to find out if this is a freaking corner store or not. Okay. So we'll revisit this first case. So we have Raul Cooks Brooks Suarez, Atlantic City. Raul Cooks Brooks Suarez was a local entertainer, cabbie, ambassador for the Atlantic City who was brutally stabbed to death in 1985. At his funeral, he received flowers from Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. Damn.
Whoa.
Look at that hair. Look at those fabulous curls, man.
Fabulous.
Those curls make me happy. Like they really do. Being a curly-headed person myself, respect for the curls.
Respect, total respect for the curls. Nothing but respect.
My curls look that good. Y'all, we call them liquor stores. Yeah, we do too. We do too, but I've heard them referred as package stores in the north. Let's see, what is this vehicle? Oh, this is his taxi. Cook's Books Taxi. On March 31st, 1985, about 1:50 a.m., a mortally wounded Raul Suarez was found in the eastbound lanes of Route 30 near Crest Motel, 301 East Abscon Boulevard in Abscon. Suarez had been stabbed multiple times. Someone drove off in Suarez taxi cab, which was recovered abandoned in the 800 block of North Michigan Avenue in Atlantic City. Boy, do you remember them old cars? You could run the damn wheels off on them old cars.
That looks like an old Impala. And I think
I was going for a Buick. Shall we do it again?
No, but it looks like an old Impala. I swear it does. Hold on. Dawn, come here. What kind of car this is, please? Just tell me. I need to know.
Captain Jake says a Caprice.
What kind of car is that?
Arctic says Caprice. What's Dawn going to say?
Dude. Okay, never mind.
Dude.
Dawn
Caprice
said it's a Chevy. Dawn says it's a Chevy Caprice. So you in the chat that said it's a Caprice, you are the winners of.
You have won 500 pounds of quality A grade horse shit. No, I'm playing y'all.
Yeah,
look here,
that's
Miss
what
Barton says that's no boat. I got my driver's license in that one. Look at there. All right. What the hell? Oh, we're not looking at dust mites. That's disturbing. What the hell? Kevin said, I'm shitting the hell out loud. Look, Dandy says it's a truck. It's a truck.
It's not a truck. Let's just not look at any more cars tonight. Okay.
You need ring camera footage of it in black and white so we know. Okay, Elizabeth says, I sold my Crown Vic a couple years ago. Dude, Crown Vics, those cars, look at your doodle. That's a grocery getter. 9,000. It's a Caravan. It's
Stop
a Toyota.
My mind is numb to what kind of car is what.
You should try parallel park them boats. It wasn't easy. I almost flunked my test over. Oh Lord, Miss Barbara, well you did better than my sister. Look here, this girl done got in the car to do the test and drove the wrong way down a one-way street and still got her license. So if you drive in Paducah, Kentucky, just know that even if you drive the wrong way down a one-way, they will still give you your license. Like a shaggin' wagon. Ooh, Lord.
All I had to do was drive around the block.
Poor Avery, she was just trying to get coffee with a stiff drink. That motherfucker ain't got no seatbelts, right? We didn't grow up with seatbelts. There's PJ in the house. Thank you for being here, PJ.
Hey, PJ. Welcome
to the Serious Not So Serious Wednesday Viewer's Choice. I really need a good catchy name for that.
At least we're not debating. At least we're not debating. Oh, I don't know.
Doodle said, woohoo, Lord, I bet that back seat is the size of a bed. You can't count the people that was probably conceived in the back seat of one of them cars. Okay, so this is Cooks, Brooks, and Friends, and then it had a call-in number. on there. I wouldn't suggest calling this number. You'll probably get somebody's cell phone today. Just Arkansas hands out license and cracker check boxes. Attachment, cable TV show. Oh, that's neat. I feel like I've seen this guy before. I don't know. I watch too much old TV. At the time of his murder, Suarez was a bit of a local celebrity, having earned the moniker Cooks Brooks while working as an emcee at EMCEE. I'm not sure what that is, y'all.
MC.
At Atlantic
MC.
EMCEE. MC?
MC.
What the hell's
Yeah,
an MC?
MC. Like an announcer or, yeah, MC.
Oh, I'm not telling my secrets in big cars. Good Lord, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara was Frankie Dakey. We were dating and living together. Who was you dating, Elizabeth? Do tell. Kiki picture in Sicily, 1977 at the drive-in. Good tunes, hormones. What the hell? PJ needs a wrench. I need to give Dutchie one too. I think it's a van. Thank you, Lisa. So we figured out that the first vehicle is a van.
Okay, good. Okay, let's just leave it at van. It's a van. That's all we need to know. It's a caravan, not that car. That's not. But we're just going to leave it at that first car. That first vehicle is a van. It's a van. It's a caravan.
Damn, you do good work cleaning up photos. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a van.
We know what it's not. It's not a Hyundai Elantra.
Oh.
Okay. Raul Cooks Brooks Suarez with his niece and nephew. Man, those were the days. Raul Brooks Suarez is pictured here hanging out with his niece, Blanche Morrow. She was later known as Atlantic City's singing bartender, and nephew Mario Suarez in the early 1970s. Morrow describes Raul Suarez as a second dad. Aww. What did Arctic say? If the cars are rocking, the booties be knocking. The one I snagged on top of a car, he was a cop on duty. Ooh, girl, Elizabeth. Chicken now. I wasn't dating in 1977. If you look at the position of the handles. Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. I made them worse. No, you didn't. You're too hard on yourself, ma'am. He got the Elvis do. He did have an Elvis do, didn't he? Yay! Butterfly survived her surgery and is in chat. Thank you so much for letting us know. I'm glad you're doing well. Heal and recover. Sending you prayers and healing vibes. Elizabeth over here giving us all the deets. We live together, though. I really am a prude. Aw. Yes, glad you pulled through surgery. And thank you for letting us know. It's always good to know. You get a 24-hour grace period before you start getting DMs. Susan Davis. We'll pull her picture up. Wasn't she a pretty girl?
She's beautiful.
I love that straight hair.
Yes, I do too. But,
Susan
we have
Davis
naturally curly hair, so we're envious.
Yeah. No, that's it. I could straight hair. Never, ever. Well, I straightened my hair one time, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, who the hell is that?
I do straighten my hair often, so it's amazing, but it just it's time consuming.
Ha! Elizabeth got cuffed and stuffed. I got Doodle. Yes, praying, and she is beautiful. It takes me like hours. Dude, I straightened it one time for my mama. And when I walked in the room, she was like, oh, it's so pretty. And I went back there and looked in the mirror. I said, oh, hell no. No, it looks weird. I'm not meant to have straight hair. Susan Davis found dead near Summers Point on Friday, May 30th, 1969, Susan Davis and Elizabeth Perry, both 19, were stabbed to death by an unknown assailant near Summers Point. The woman had been staying in Ocean City on vacation. At 4:30 a.m., they were headed back to Pennsylvania in hopes to beating traffic, but they stopped to have breakfast at Summers Point Diner. After they left the diner, excuse me, y'all. About an hour later, it is certain what happened leading up to their deaths. A state trooper found their powder blue 1966 Chevrolet convertible abandoned by the GSP around noon that day and had it towed. 3 days later, the bodies of the two young women were found hidden under piles of leaves in dense woods 200 yards from the parkway. Wow. Oh, this must be her friend. Yep. Look at that hair.
I love that flip on the end. I love it.
I know. Definitely. Envy. My mama used to tell me I had kind hair, the kind of hair it belonged on a dog's ass. Elizabeth says, funny story. I clipped my keys on the front of the car and a call came in. He took off and my keys went flying into the woods. I had to walk 2 miles home. Oh, my Lord, Elizabeth. That's terrible. Good grief. When found, Davis was nude. When found, Davis was nude. Her clothes were found in a pile near Perry was closed except for her underwear, which were missing. Reports varied on whether the victims were sexually assaulted. The handbags of both girls were found nearby. Davis's purse with $3 and change. Witnesses reported seeing a dark-colored Mustang parked near where the girls' car was found around 7:30 that morning. Some sources noted that serial killer Ted Bundy was attempting Temple University at about this time in 1969. While Bundy's accounts of his earliest crimes varied considerably between interviews, he told forensic psychologists that his first murder were two victims were two women in the Philadelphia area. Oh, wow. So they might have been victims of Ted Bundy, y'all. That's Kimber's favorite serial killer.
Everybody's got to have a favorite serial killer.
Y'all know who mine is.
Yes,
My
Jeffrey
Jeffy.
Dahmer. Jeffy is your favorite.
My Jeffy.
Your Jeffy.
Can't beat him, eat him. That's what Craig calls him. He's like, you're Jeffy, baby. There's a very scary New York case that irritates Chris. I'm sorry, honey. Ooh, PJ shares a birthday with Bundy. I wonder what serial killer I share your birthday with. We may look that up in a minute. Oh, Avery shares a birthday with Aileen Warnos. Avery, did you see where I went to the bars and stuff? The owner of the Last Resort's an asshole. Just gonna put that out there. Paid $6 for a freaking beer. But you know what? After I watched a bunch of other videos too, he doesn't let people film in there. I should have just done it anyway. Gisla, I think I said her name right. Gisla, True Crime Grizzly, wrote a book about Bundy. Ooh, Ed Kemper. That's another good one, Far.
Yeah, Ed Kemper's good. Oh, she did Wisdom?
Oh, that's not her bird. That's her favorite serial killer. We did. Was you? Yeah, you were here when we did Aileen Warnos. I went to Daytona, that weekend, and got footage of the bar, the Last Resort where she was arrested, and then I also got footage of the pub where she would sleep in the back room, and the bartender was super cool and she was super nice, but she was also a girl that was in the sober houses, and Craig knew her from the sober houses, so she gave us a exclusive tour through the back of the bar where Aileen Warnos used to sleep in the back room. Did you see those shorts that I put up, Avery? If you haven't, they're on the channel. Captain Jake says, I remember Ted Bundy doing an interview and eyes turned blue and then black. Totally freaked me out. Yeah, he was something else, man. He was a suave, Rico Suave. Charles Cullen and I share a birthday doodle. Look up Eastbound Strangler case. I think I've heard of that case, Chris. You've seen the shorts or you want to see the shorts? Avery, context. You're an author, for Christ's sake, woman. I'm just playing.
There is a
BTK has an interest. Ramsled wrote is good. You know, Dandy, I was gonna cover BTK. Like I actually have videos that are edited. Like I actually sat for hours and hours and edited videos, and I went and found historical trial footage. And Carrie follows me on Twitter, and I follow her on Twitter, and she actually lives right down the road. And she had put a post on Twitter that like creators that she interacts with, that it really bothers her when they cover her dad's case. So I chose not to do that out of respect for Carrie, because I dug for 3 days to get stuff pulled up. And when I saw that, I was like, yep, nope, not going to do it. And all that stuff's still sitting in my files because I don't want to ever disrespect a victim or a survivor.
There is an old movie. Mark Harmon played Ted Bundy. I think the name of the movie is called The Familiar Stranger, and it's an old movie, but it's a good movie. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dandy. Yeah, because I really was like, I was seriously like, I was geared up to cover it that weekend. Going to do like a midday live that run into the night because I was going to pull up the trial footage and stuff. And when I saw she posted that, and it wasn't directed to me, it was just like a general post, and I was like, "Yep, nope, can't do it. I can't do it." Because like when we had the last big hurricane, you know what I mean? Like me and her were talking and stuff because we're real close to each other, and it was one of those things. If you need anything, let me know. If you blah 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 blah, because we're real close. Out of all the serial killers, I put Israel Kez at number 1. That is a good case. We should go after. We covered it briefly one night, but that would be another good one to. Mark Hammond does great in anything he's in. That's one that we may go over in full one night, because I'd like to pick a night a week, because we usually do our decompressions on Thursdays, and then Fridays we do Not Forgotten Fridays. Tuesdays are Vlad Tuesdays. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I really want to start like a serial killer series. It is a very interesting case. That's what I'm saying. Is I think I want to start a serial killer series, because we have our Aussie Sundays. Maybe I can make Saturday serial Saturdays or something. Yeah, some of them are 2-parters. I still need to do the second part on Aileen Mornos. And what I'll probably do on that one is we'll do a brief. Well, I've got Aussie Sundays with Far. So I want to do Aussie Sundays with her. I got one serial killer we can discuss, a lesser known one. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I tell you what, guys, I'll open a tab. I'll open a channel tab, whatever the hell it's called, in Discord, and I'll open one for serial killers. There might already be one in there. Yep, I'll drop the link, Avery, and we can start gathering. I don't know. There might. Let me look. Let's see if there's one already in there. I really need to organize the Discord. At one time, it was all nice and organized. Minecraft, tragedy pimps, off topic. Aussie Sundays. Yeah, I'll make a serial killer tab and we'll start putting stories in there. And that way they're all in one general area.
Hey.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to tell you guys, I cannot remember the girl's name, but maybe you guys might know who I'm talking about. But there's this girl, and it was on TikTok, I believe. And she said that her father is on his deathbed and he's confessed to unaliving many, 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 many people. And she found like detailed journals in his house. She found it's like a basement area underneath his house. It has chains and beds where he kept people. I mean, she has like all this actual proof, and the police will not listen to her. Have you guys heard
Find
about
her
that?
name.
Oh,
No, but if you
okay.
can find her name, Avery, and send
Okay,
it to me either on Twitter and Discord.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
will
look right now.
find her.
It's crazy.
Okay,
I
'cause
mean,
I'm
when
keeping it down
you
on Twitter for
yeah,
TikTok.
when you see everything that she has, like the literal proof that she has, it's mind-blowing. But hold on, I'm gonna look. And then I'll send it to
Okay.
you on X. I'll send it to you on X, and then I'll comment in chat when I've sent it to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
That's why I love the viewer choice. I just need to come up with a catchy name for it. At least since I won't be able to share everything, like I have to invite you to my drive files. The case is probably tied to a serial killer you might want to do research on. Ooh, Chris has always got cases. That stated on Facebook. I'm not sure if her name, Chasing Truth, has covered it. I think. Ooh, you sent a link. I think this is the one. Let's see what Lisa sent us. Ooh, Lisa for the win. Dad was dying. His shocking confession solved an infamous crime. Ooh, thank you, Lisa. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes so I can share it with everybody. Let me get through this article. Thank you so much. Ashley Rundell. Chasing covered it. Ooh, I love Chasing. I just love her. I love her, but I love her accent too. Like I can literally sit and just listen to her. You sent me the info on Discord. Perfect. Thank you guys. Guys are rock stars. Best damn community on the YouTube screens. Ooh. Galena Tirafel. There's a girl too that swears up and down that her dad was like killing people, putting them in holes. Y'all remember that? My father is a serial killer. Originally told me to contact the FBI. Contact them. Meet face to face. Ooh. I was asking to do the right thing. Offers my sure you know that I'm not supposed to shame anyone. Ooh. Ooh. Oh shit. Ooh, thank you, Arctic. I've got that pulled up too. Ooh, y'all, we're gonna end up in a rabbit hole before it's over with. I've got a couple of different ones. I have. What is this chick's name? This one's Massachusetts. And then the one Arctic sent me is Galena Trifil. We'll have to look. I don't see a state on this one. PDL. Of course, it is a shame. This one's LA, I guess. LA Times, maybe. Somebody tagged True Crime Garage. I haven't seen them post anything in a while on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. That's so interesting. Perfect. We'll take a look at both of those. That's very interesting. All right, let me get through this article here, guys. It's going strong tonight. Don't think you got the right one. Avery, if you can find the girl on TikTok, and we'll cross-reference it. Chasing is doing a series. A series on that specific case, or a serial killer series? Elizabeth? Yeah, Herman. Yep. That would actually be a good show to get Raul Catchlisk to come up on panel, because he is like a walking dictionary when it comes to the Lisk murders.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is Walter Sibbons stands outside the Ocean City, New Jersey. Rooms and house look towards the spot where the two youths stood Friday morning. On the last morning, Susan Davis and Elizabeth Perry were last seen alive. The youths yelled, "Sue, Sue," as the girls were leaving the rooming house. Okay. Exclusive media coverage of the Davis and Perry murders. The coroner gave the time of death approximately 6 a.m. Both women had been stabbed to death with a small knife, possibly a penknife or pocket knife. The murder weapon was never found. 10 days later, the car keys were found on the side of the road a short distance from their bodies. New York State Police Davis and Perry murder suspect sketch. A New Jersey, not New York. A New Jersey State Police sketch of possible suspect in the murders of Susan Davis and Elizabeth Perry. Oh, here's another beautiful girl.
She's gorgeous.
Peter Simpson killed 14 children, including his wife and child. Damn, Wisdom. Were they his 14 children or just 14 children? Oh, 14 children, including his wife and child. Okay. I read that wrong the first time. Tiffany Valentini, 18, Mays Landing. The death of Tiffany Valentini, an 18-year-old Mays Landing girl who was hit by a New Jersey transit train on July 12, 2015, was the focus of the Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. Tiffany Valentine believes... Oh, I remember this case. Dude. Do y'all know this case? Do you know this case, Kemper? Tiffany Valentini?
What happened to her? I know
she was hit by a train. She was murdered. So it is the one that Chasing's covering? Cool. Thank you, Avery.
So she was hit by a train?
Joe knows it, yeah. I think it was a train. Wasn't it a train? Yeah, a transit train. Yeah. Arctic sent me something. Or did Arctic share something? I don't know. Phone's being weird. I'll let it, because I turned the Wi-Fi off. This has been on Unsolved Mysteries. Her mother has actually done a couple of podcasts, and it was trending on Twitter for about 6 months, and then it stopped trending. Chasing has the girls' TikToks, 3 parts. I sent it on X. Thank you so much. But the family thinks she was killed. Yeah. It's typical. Yeah. There's 2 hit by a train. One was going through a divorce. It's been a while. Yeah, this case is crazy, man. I'll read this and then I'll tell you guys from memory what I remember if it's not in here. Tiffany Valentine family believes that she was murdered. Valentine's death was ruled a suicide after a time of investigation by New Jersey Transit Police. Her family never believed that Tiffany committed suicide as they continue to pursue a murder investigation. Years later, you will see posters around South Jersey offering a reward from her family for information, the truth behind Tiffany's death. So this was CCTV footage. And she was a very athletic person. Tiffany Valentini, did she walk 5 miles barefoot in the night that she died? The Valentini family says that Tiffany did not seem depressed before she died. She was excited about having graduated from Oak Crest High School and looked forward to playing volleyball on a college scholarship in the fall. On the night she died, Valentini would have walked 5 miles in her bare feet to the railroad tracks in Galloway Township where she died. Tiffany suffered from nyctophobia, an extreme fear of the dark, and would not have wanted to be in the dark on the railroad tracks at night. Tiffany's cell phone, which the family says that she had always with her, was found later discarded outside her home. It was a weird case. It was like this is like a main road residential area that she was walking on. They said that like she took a route that would have been completely like the opposite way of her home, and that it was really like outside of her behavior, especially to be anywhere near the railroad tracks. I know it's not a serial killer case, but Jesse McFadden case from Oklahoma. I'd love to know more about it, but it's under the rug. Jesse McFadden. Dandy, why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? Jesse McFadden. Jesse McFadden. Let me write that one down too. I know that name. I feel like I've covered that or spoke about it or read about it or something. Jesse McFadden. I'll tell you another one I'd like to know about. The girl that her rapist father got custody of her. She like used a friend's credit card info without permission or something. Yeah, it was like it's a weird case. This is a good one to look into. And the friend was pissed. The cat enjoying your live too. Which cat? The psycho cat? He's the creepy who killed his wife, his kids, and their friends, and they found chains in his house. Maybe that's why I know the case. That sounds super familiar. Taylor's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Taylor. All right. Next case we're going into is Kim Rotho, 35 of Atlantic City. On November 20th, 2006, 4 victims who had worked as prostitutes in the area were found in a drainage ditch behind the Golden Key Motel in West Atlantic City. Kim Rotho, who left her husband and children for drugs and prostitution in Atlantic City, was last seen alive the day before the bodies were discovered. She was the first victim discovered when her body was located. 2 women for a walk. Rotho was believed to have been the last of 4 victims to be killed and strangled with a rope or a cord. Jay McFadden, Lisa. Little man. It's because little man loves me. He loves butt scratches. That other one's a psycho cat. Max was from Maysland, and there was an unmarked cemetery in his yard. Oh, wow. Welcome, Brutally. He ended his girlfriend's family and 2 friends. 7 people total died. The families were found in all sorts of crazy sex stuff in the home after the fact. Dandy, isn't that the one where like on the body cam footage or the family had took footage of the home and there was like dildos all over the place and like weird shit? I remember that we did, maybe Frankie covered it. Is that the same case, Dandy? Where like the police like half-ass fucking searched the home? They like half-ass searched the home and they left like a bunch of stuff behind, and that's where I know that name from. I do know that case. This is what happens when you get 10 million cases in your head. The guy that had chains. Yeah. Yeah, and like eye hooks in the floors and shit. Yeah. I'm going to listen while I put clothes away. Okay, love. Avery says I'm going to listen. Then she comes in and goes, yes. Yes. It happened here in 2023 in Oklahoma. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I thought so. I thought that was the same case. And like was it like one of the family members like took their own footage and stuff, and then they went into the home and they called law enforcement like on the footage, the video that they took, and then law enforcement came out there and was like, oh yeah, we didn't see the stuff. Yeah. Okay.
How did they miss
Sorry,
it?
guys.
Did they have blinders on when they went in there?
Because they're dumbasses.
Well,
Because
yeah,
they're dumbasses. Yeah, they left a whole bunch of shit behind. Like, it was like, we'll go over that case. I wrote it down on the list. We'll go over that because, dude, let me tell you what, that case is fucking mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. It's like literally like law enforcement just went in there and was like, oh, well, another Tuesday, and left. Like, there was like fucking, chat can help me, but I think it was like, there was like 3 or 4 laptops and like a shit ton of cell phones and cameras and just all left behind. Like, law enforcement didn't take any of it. Yeah, he was an early release sex offender. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he like, oh, my memory's gonna, it's probably gonna fuck me up, but something about was it his stepdaughter? His stepdaughter and her friend had spent the night over there, and there had been like a previous event where he had like tried to drug the girls or something. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he was, Danny. I covered him on my true crime channel. He made me so mad. Yeah. Why was he on early release? Because the system is broken, Paula. That's all I got for you, baby. I wish I had something more. I think there was some dark web stuff going on. Jesse, the guy who shot, I don't remember how many people it was, Wisdom. It was a shit ton of people, though. Yes, it was her and her friends. I thought so. It was his, I want to say it was his stepdaughter. I don't think it was his, which it doesn't matter either way, but just for context purposes, I believe it was his stepdaughter. 7 people. Thank you, Drifty. Yeah, definitely. Yep. We'll take a look into that one too, because that's a truly fucked up case. 6 people, yep, and then he shot himself. And didn't they find they found one of the girls like down by the water or something? It's been so long since I've looked into the case. I know Allie covered that case. She did a lot on that case too. I think Frankie covered it, and I may have touched on it. It's pretty gruesome. But there's like some text messages that are out there that, if I remember correctly, like it was a really like brutal fucking murder. We talked about her. Tracy Ann Roberts, 23, of Bear, Delaware. A native of Bear, Delaware, Tracy Roberts dropped off at high school at 16 and eventually began studying as a medical assistant. But after having a child and breaking up with her boyfriend, she began using cocaine heavily, drifting between Philadelphia and Atlantic City. Aw. Here's another pretty girl. These are all so beautiful. Barbara Brendor, 42, of Ventor. Barbara Brendor had spent summers at the New Jersey shore as a teen and later waitressed at the Tropicana. She developed a severe crack habit, which led to her to work as a prostitute at the Black Horse Pike. Arctic says he covered it briefly. I think I did too, Arctic. I think I touched on it, but it's like says they were spread out on property. Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking I don't know. It was like I want to say his mom somebody knew, or maybe it was the girl's mom. It was a whole fucked up situation. Yeah, we'll definitely look at that just to bring the victims' names back out. Decipher podcast. I think I know Decipher podcast, but I'm going to swear to that. 2 were sexually assaulted. State doesn't want to admit guilt. Don't went away from MSM real quick. Yep. Because they let him out like way too fucking early. And he has some pretty gnarly fucking charges yet too. I'm aware that the cops have butchered the Jersey McFadden case. Yeah, Chris, they did a shit job on that case. This is Molly Jean Diltz, 20, Blacklick, Pennsylvania. Molly Ditz of Blacklick, Pennsylvania, had arrived in Atlantic City just weeks before her death. She was a victim not only have police record for prostitution, but was believing to be working as one. The Atlantic County prosecutor revisiting the site where the woman's body were found. That looks like a walkway to me, or an old road. I don't know. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole about whether or not it's a road. In 2018, the Atlantic County, I keep wanting to say Atlantic City, Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office revisited the spot where the woman's body were left in a drainage ditch. Okay, so it's a drainage ditch. I would have never guessed that. In West Atlantic City, the eastbound strangler is an unidentified serial killer believed to be responsible for the murders of 4 women. Well, there you go, Chris. There's your eastbound strangler. Captain Jenks says Atlantic City could be connected to Rex. Some Alice believe. Some Ellie believe. Yeah, I was wondering, why do I keep wanting to say Atlantic City? That's what happens when you have so many cases. Hi, Jody. In your head that towns start to run together, and then you see one serial killer's name or one suspect's name, and you're like, oh, yeah, that city and this city. And they're all like running through the files in the back of my head. You know how like you used to go in the library and you pull the little cards out? I'm telling you, that's what happens. It's like nonstop. The numbers along the drainage canal behind the Motel demote where the body of the 4 women were found. Okay, so these must be the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this had to be 5 here, over here by itself. So I wonder if it was from this road, just run over here and drop their bodies kind of thing, or if he drove down this drainage ditch and dropped their bodies. Inquiring minds. Oh, a baby. A wee little baby. Your brain sure the hell doesn't work like that. Isabella Strina, last seen in 2003 near Ocean City. On January 15, 2003, the Ocean City Police Department was alerted by a tow operator of an abandoned vehicle parked on the Ocean City Longport Bridge. Investigating officers found the vehicle unlocked with the keys in the ignition and the southbound shoulder of the bridge. Last known operator of the vehicle was Holly Cadero, age 37, who had legal custody of Isabella had been a passenger in the vehicle. On April 25, 2003, the body of Holly Cadero was discovered along the south shore of the Great Egg Harbor Bay in the Beasley's Point section of Upper Township. Isabel Pastrina has never been found. So this baby's missing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to screen grab this. Oh, wrong screen. Shit, I done made y'all small. I'm going to screen grab this. I've never seen a flyer for her. Arctic, have you ever seen a flyer for this baby? we're running across so many cases that I've never seen a flyer for. Okay. Phil is in the house. Phil says, Captain Jakes, that was the first thing I thought too. What were the dates as compared to Rex Herman's activity? You haven't seen a flyer on her either? I haven't either. And she's been missing since 2003. I'm going to make her a flyer. I'll see if I can't find some other pictures. 2003, we would have had Facebook then. It was new, but it was still around. So I'll see what I can't dig up on her. Oh, look, there's a better picture. I'll grab that one too. You would think she may, you know what? She may be on NickNick. Now my brain's going 90 to nothing, y'all. Let's see, I'm going to grab this too. And look NickNick on the other screen. And just because now I want to know. All right. We'll keep rolling. I just want to. Holly's former boyfriend provided an apartment for the mother and daughter in North Philadelphia. They had shared custody of Isabella, but Holly was concerned that he or his family might try to take the child away from her. She filed sole custody and child support and then later withdrew both petitions. Holly was showing signs of paranoia at the time of disappearance. Isabella would now be in her 20s. Wow. If anyone has her, it would be MPIA. Arctic, you're probably right. You are probably right. I found a MPIA video on the gentleman that Doodle covered last night. And while I have that on my mind, one reason that I'm always, and Nightbot reminds everybody, yeah, she's not in NickNick. You never know when families are in your chat. Doodle was doing an amazing live after our Vladic Tuesday, and the mom and 2 advocates showed up in the chat last night. So that's why it's always important to mind your words in the chat. What was the last name? Eyes can't make it out. Pastrana, Pastrana. P is in Paul, A is in Alpha, S is in Sierra, T is in Tango, R is in Romeo, A is in Alpha, N is in Nancy, A is in Alpha. She was 15 months old. Then we have Susan Negersmith, 20, from Carmel, New York. Negersmith was a tourist from Carmel, New York, was last seen alive on the evening of Saturday, May 26, 1990, Memorial Day weekend in Wildwood. Negersmith is known to have left her motel room in the 2700 block of Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood about 8 p.m. Her partially clothed body was discovered the next morning in an alley on Schillinger Avenue near the intersection of Atlantic Avenue. Oh, Lord. The last thing we need to see was a dirty toilet. Susan, a suspect in her case, had charges dismissed. Oh, perfect. In April of 2022, Jerry Rosado, 62, of Millsville, was charged with sexual assault of Susan after a positive match of DNA sample, but a 3-judge panel ruled that the 1990 statute of limitations required prosecution to begin within 5 years of the sexual assault. That is stupid as fuck. I'm just going to put that out there. Sorry for the language. Just gonna put it out there. Well, Phil, there, is it Peaches, y'all? I think it was Peaches. There was a baby that was found in the Lisk murders. Here, I'll put her name in chat. That's the baby's name that I just posted in chat. We need an overhaul in the Amber Alert system. That's why every child reporter needs an Amber Alert. Exactly. If somebody wants to drop !Fox reform, it'll drop ArcticFox's petition. Not sure why I feel when child was found on Giggle Beach. Exactly. Yep. Let me hear you roar. Oh my Lord. Charlie Project has her. Arctic and Mom, I sent you. Thank you so much through Facebook Messenger. That DM on you on Facebook. I found her on Charlie Project. Look at this. Look at this. Coming in hot, y'all. I'm way ahead of you, Mom. Check Discord. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Kimber, you still with us?
I am still with you. I'm just listening.
Okie dokie. Okay. Just make sure you're still hanging in.
I'm still hanging in.
Ooh, yeah. Look at that. He done pulled up the Charlie Project and got the name us to me. Yeah. Arctic, you're a rock star, dude. Thank you so much. Sweet. Yep, I'm going to make her a flyer. What a little cutie. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Taylor. And thank you, Chris. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for dropping that, guys. Yep, Phil, that just the one child is all I've ever heard about. But with that guy, who the hell knows how many people he actually killed?
Who, Rex?
Yes.
Liz? Oh, yeah, he's an animal. He's an animal. There's no telling what
And
he
he was
did.
huge, too.
Yeah, he's not no small guy. There's no telling what he did. He's an animal. I wouldn't put anything past him. Nothing. He could have cared less.
Mm-hmm. And people went after his daughter, and oh, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Yeah, I think that'd probably be a good one to cover too. And like I said, get Raul to come up and then do like another power panel like we did with yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. No. Well, yeah, but I just went totally blank. I can't think tonight, y'all.
Another power panel like we did with
Victor.
With Victor, yeah.
Phil, I don't know if the child was a collateral victim or not. I honestly don't know. And that son of a bitch, he's never going to admit to what he did. I don't care if they have 20 pounds of DNA. Rex Herman is never going to admit to what he did.
Mm-mm. No.
I can't believe that the judge, that's so stupid. 5 years. Fuck you, judge. I'm trying real hard not to use adult language tonight, but
5 years.
That just pisses me off. There should be a statute of limitations on sexual assault. Mm-hmm.
No, there should not be.
There was a statute on DNA. They were able to match the DNA on this case right here.
Uh-huh.
And it was in April of 2022, but the 3-panel judge ruled that 1990 statute of limitations required prosecution to be within 5 years of sexual assault. Well, she was fucking murdered, you assholes.
There is no statute of limitations on murder. So,
no, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's dumb. That's just
that's yeah.
That's my soapbox for tonight. There may be another one incoming. Just Beware and be warned. On June 8th, 1970, the Wildwood Police Department discovered the body of Carol Hill. Hill was 5'1", 135 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. She was discovered murdered under the Willwood Boardwalk a little after midnight. The investigation revealed that the last known contact with Hill was an unknown male at Bolero Bar located at Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood. So just from what I've read so far, Atlantic Avenue, be careful for fuck's sake. There's a statute of limitation on kidnapping in Texas. Are you serious, Lisa? What the fuck? I agree, Chris. In my opinion, the baby was collateral damage, but he used baby dough further torture Peaches. He was deprived like that, in my opinion. Yep. And thank you, Dandy, for confirming it was Peaches, because my brain's going 999 miles an hour, but I thought it was Peaches. Who was a truck driver serial that would stop on his road trips and enter random homes and return to his family like nothing ever happened. Oh, shit, Phil, I know that guy's name. He come through Kentucky at one point. Because the guy that jumped on the outside of an airplane in my hometown, they thought that he was him. Oh, shit. He was later identified, though, and he actually has a pauper's grave. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that story or not. Shit. Hi, Critical. Thank you so much for being here. Melissa Highsmith, we couldn't go after the woman who raised her. Oh, wow. Really, Lisa? Oh, Chris came in. Bruce Menderhall. Royal Russell Long. That's crazy, Lisa. Ugh. I'm gonna have to have coffee to get my damn blood pressure to come down. These stories just piss me off. But yeah, that's my public service announcement for tonight. If you're on Atlantic Avenue, be careful. Alan Carl Warner, 21 of Wildwood Crest. Alan Warner was last seen on North Wildwood Police Department August 27, 1973. He graduated from Wildwood High School in 1970. On August 28, 1973, a boat belonging to Mr. Warner's father was found adrift in the ocean 2 miles off of Cape May County. Well, that's another place that I would not vacation to, just saying from what we've read here. Warner's personal belongings and identification were found in the boat several days before he disappeared. Mr. Warner told family members that if he ever got into trouble with law enforcement, he would leave and not face it. His body was never found. That really didn't fit the murder cases, though, did it? Or is this... No. Alan Carl Warner, age advanced. Image the... Okay, it's because his body hasn't been found, so it would fall under missing. My bad, y'all. The age advanced photo shows that Alan Carl Warner may look like in his late 50s. Alan C. Warner was 6'2" tall, wore glasses, he had blonde hair and blue eyes, he had a scar on his left knee and a small mole on his left eye. Brandon Keith Robbins, 20 of North Wildwood. Robbins was last seen at his residence in Angelica section on North Wildwood at 8 a.m. on August 21st, 1982. At the time of his disappearance, Mr. Robbins was described as being a 20-year-old white male, standing 11 and weighing 125 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Brandon Keith Roberts was reported to the North Wildwood Police as a missing person. After an extensive investigation, it was learned that a friend of Mr. Roberts was operating Mr. Roberts' vehicle, a 1978 black Chevrolet conversion van. The vehicle was located and the operators told investigators that Mr. Robbins let him borrow the van. While Mr. Robbins traveled to the Philadelphia area, Mr. Robbins has not been heard or seen from since. He's connected to one missing here in South Carolina. The truck stop guy, now she's dead. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. That's freaking stupid, and that lady won't never get no justice. Eventually was caught because one girl escaped. And Critical says, "Oh goody, my old stomping grounds, Critical. You and Captain, I swear, man, this y'all from a little dangerous ass area. And hell, I live in Florida." Mark Heimberg, 11, Delhaven. Mark Heimberg was last seen at about 4 p.m. on November 25th, 1991, near his family's home in Sunray Road in Delhaven, Cape May County. His mother allowed him to watch firefighters extinguishing a small brush fire in a quarter of a mile from their house. Heimberg has not been seen or heard from again. He was reported missing at 5 p.m. the afternoon of his disappearance. Traffic was rerouted from the first scene of the Heimberg residence. The Heimbergs lived with his mother, older brother at the time he disappeared. He was a sixth grader at Cape May County Alternative Middle School. Aww. Froze for a minute there, y'all. This is Mark Heimberg's an advanced image. Heimberg's left foot was healing from a fracture at the time of his disappearance. He was also taking antidepressant Prozac for behavioral problems. Heimberg was classified as emotionally disturbed, and he had an obsessive-compulsive disorder. He frequently had tantrums, angry outbursts, and the result of his condition, his behavior had been improving before his disappearance on the help of the medication and talk therapy. Prozac will make you do and think some weird shit. If you've never taken Prozac, definitely. I grew up in Jersey. I go back when cases happened near my old town. I've been in Miami since 2011. Oh, okay, Critical. I've been to Boca Raton. I've been to Miami once, but I spent more time in Boca than I did in Miami. Chickens and iguanas is what I took away from Boca. Renee Martine Lamana, 36, of New York City. At the time of her disappearance on January 8, 1994, Renee Lamana was a resident of Fresh Meadows section of Queens, New York, studying nuclear medicine technology. Lamana was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, which caused her to suffer panic attacks, and which sometimes left her in an agitated and paranoid. Well, hell, that's half of us. I think I stay agitated and paranoid anymore. Renee Martinez Lamana, an age advanced image. I like progressed, age progressed. Either way, sorry. Lamana was last seen at 7 p.m. on 2517 Wesley Avenue of Ocean City, the residence of her sister. Earlier on the day of her disappearance, Miss Lamana was released from a New York hospital where she had been treated for her mental health issues before her disappearance. Miss Lamana had dinner at her sister's home. Following dinner, Miss Lamana abruptly left the home dressed only in pajama pants and a sweatshirt, bathrobe, and socks. The bathrobe was later found by police a short distance from her sister's home. A search by the Ocean City Police and the U.S. Coast Guard and the Cape May Sheriff's K-9 unit failed to find Miss Lamana. John Weisbecker, 21, of Ocean City. John Weisbecker was last seen by his mother near their home in Ocean City at 7:45 a.m. on March 11, 2009. The next day of the home revealed someone gained access through a side door, which was forced open and damaged. In addition, John Weisberg had personal items taken from his bedroom. The rest of the home was untouched. Hope you guys are all still doing good over here. Thank you so much for being here. John T. Weisbecker, FBI is offering $50,000 reward more than 15 years after his disappearance. The FBI continues to offer a reward of $50,000 for information on John Weisbecker. At the time of his disappearance, Weisbecker is described by the FBI as 6'2", 180 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. Put my ties. Rutherford. I'm not familiar with any of those places, but thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Joyce McKinnon, 61, was shot in the head and murdered at her home, the 1900 block of North Michigan Avenue in Atlantic City, just before 11 p.m. on December 11, 2000. from her job as a waitress at the Tropicana Casino. Good Lord, this is the second person from the Tropicana. And was sitting on her bed when someone approached the house and shot through the window, striking McKinnon in the head. Okay, so this is an unidentified woman found in Galloway in 1971. The still identified girl's body was found December 6, 1971 in the woods off of Jim Leeds Road near milepost number 42, the Garden State Parkway in Galloway Township. She was estimated between 14 and 18 years old, 5'3", 118 pounds. She had brown hair with shades of blonde, brown, and red tint in it. She was wearing a ribbed blue cotton synthetic shirt, white, blue, and orange striped canvas or cotton trousers, and the hip hugger variety underwear, and a white bra. She was also wearing a brown and wide leather band with small brass rings containing a lady's West clock watch. This is Ricky Harris from Bridgeton. 22-year-old Ricky Harris was shot while a passenger in a vehicle parked in front of his home on Keek Drive in Fairfield Township, April 7, 2016. Ricky Harris Jr. was lying on the ground outside of his house at the first block of the King Drive while state troopers arrived. Dispatch around 11:40 p.m. He had been shot multiple times. State police said no killer has ever been found. Aw, what a cutie. Rick Harris shot to death, known as Lil True. Harris attended Cumberland County College and Marshall University. He worked at Champ Sports. Ricky was the father of one child. Aww. Here's another baby. Gary Grant, 7 from Atlantic City. Gary Grant, 7 from Atlantic City, came home on January 12, 1984 with instructions from his mother to be back by 4 p.m. and he did not return. Damn. That's crazy. Thank you guys again for being here. It's a sick hoe feel I grew up near McGuire's. I don't know where any of those places are. That's Flo from Progressive Insurance. Phil worked in Ocean City. Kellogg is near there, if I remember right. Like Kellogg the cereal, was it named after that? Worked in Ocean City. I'm gonna tell you right now, Ocean City and that Bay place, that May Bay or whatever, man, that's not like dangerous. Amanda Kamara, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for your patience tonight. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody.
The high tourist area, Ocean City.
Is that what it is?
Ocean City's high tourist, I think. Isn't it, Captain? Is Captain still in here?
I'm not sure. The numbers have only dropped by 1, so I would say probably so. Critical's from there too. Critical Minds.
Critical is Ocean City high tourist area.
You watch Arctic and Dutchess. Thank you so much for coming in, Amanda. I appreciate you being here. First case I ever worked was Eastbound Strangler in AC, the 4 sex workers that were found in the ditch. Oh, we went over that one.
See, that's what I thought. Ocean City is a highly tourist destination, and I know Atlantic City is.
Yeah, Critical. We went over that one up here. It even had a map of where the bodies were found.
Atlantic City's in Atlantic City? Ocean City, but Ocean City is. I thought it was highly high tourist area. So,
I'm sorry, I'm reading kind of fast, guys. I want to get through.
But high tourist area, just like Nashville, you get a lot of crime there.
Yeah. This case right here, by the Golden Key Motel, Critical. Yeah, we looked at this one.
There's a lot of casinos up there too, isn't it? Critical. Ocean City, Maryland, and New Jersey are high tourist areas, depending on the season. But there's a lot of casinos up there too, isn't it? Critical.
I think the Tropicana is a casino, isn't it? Because the one in Vegas is a casino. And we've seen 2 people that worked for the Tropicana that was murdered.
Oh, I was looking for a microphone like I'd have at work, but if I don't have those headsets on, I was trying to bring my microphone down. Critical is the.
Do you need a
is no. I got a headset. I mean, I've got earbuds in. Critical. Are there a lot of casinos in Ocean City?
Their shoes were missing? Oh, that's weird. I guess different serial killers, though, like, they take different trophies. That's weird. Casinos, Trump's on the boardwalk, too. That is very bizarre, isn't it, Chris? It's very bizarre. Oh, another baby. Dude, or is that the same? That's the same guy. Oh, the same little... What the hell? That's a horrible picture. Freaking dog with bleach in its eyes. What the hell is wrong with people? This is William Ebenezer Jones Jr. He's from Vineland. On December 17th, 1962, William Billy Jones Jr. 3 was last seen outside his neighbor's house in Vineland around 11:45 a.m. He was wearing a light blue and grayish snowsuit with navy collar and silver buttons, and a hat matched his snowsuit, tan shoes with yellow laces. Aw. See, these are the ones that scare me the most. To me, this sounds like an abduction, and this person wouldn't even know that they were missing.
Oh, hold on, I got the
Haley
wrong
Cummins. Yes, I've done Haley Cummins before in the past. Definitely. Again, I've actually had several people ask about Haley Cummins. I know one of her grandmothers has passed away, but the other one still lives in Volusia County.
Critical. Are there there's a lot of casinos up there. Is it all casinos in Ocean City? It's very touristy, isn't it? Did you hear me that time? I had the wrong earphone in. I didn't have the one with the mic on it in my ear. Duh. Okay, I'm trying. And it's only Wednesday.
Look at the old cars.
Okay, the casinos are in Atlantic City, but is
Ocean Plymouth? In Atlantic City.
Does Ocean City get a lot of tourists? Stop it with the cars. Oh, there's 3. Don't even. Don't.
I'm gonna mess with you every chance I get.
Stop it.
Oh, thank you, Arctic. Arctic sent me Critical's TikTok or Chasing's TikTok.
So is Ocean City more just like a family-oriented tourist type thing? Okay, the entire Jersey Shore is a tourist spot. Gotcha.
The entire Jersey Shore is a tourist spot.
You said you did the same thing I did. Jersey Shore instead of Jersey Shore.
Logan Tucker.
You need to crop them cars out of that picture and just forget they're there.
I think no, because now I want to know, are those old Plymouths or Fords?
I don't care what they are.
I think they're
I don't care what they I don't care. I don't care what they are. We do not care what those cars. Stop it. Stop it. Do you want to go with what color and if they have and if the windows are tinted or not? I can't with you right now.
This one probably being back then. And this one was probably blue. William's mother went to her bedroom to check on her other son, and when she came out, her daughter was standing in the doorway holding a plastic poinsettia. She said that William had given her the plant and the man had taken William. Family and friends launched an immediate search of the neighborhood. When they did not find the boy after an hour, they called police. He was never heard from again. Please don't wait an hour. And this would be an age progression photo. William's case is the oldest unsolved disappearance case of a child in Jersey state history. He may have been abducted by someone who wanted to raise a child. Both of his parents are dead, but his younger sister is alive and hopes that he may be found.
Wow, Ocean City's a dry town. Wow. Odds of winning at a casino are as good as begging for money on our corner or winning the lotto. Was Tiffany Valenti on this list?
Yes, we did. She was.
Yes.
Yes.
Tiffany Valenti was on the list.
Yeah, I was thinking critical. That's crazy that you worked that case. I was thinking about doing a circle back to that case and going over that case because, like, I remember some of the details, but it's been a long time since I've looked at it, and that's another really intriguing case that I think I wrote it on my list. I've got a list started over here, y'all. I've got a list because we do Not Forgotten Fridays. And I love the viewers and the community mentioning cases or sending cases over because I wouldn't be doing this without my community. So I'm trying to take names down of cases that we would like to circle back to, and that way we can keep our which there's thousands of missing people, but not only can we keep our Not Forgotten Friday series going, but we can keep it where it's viewer interactive on our Not Forgotten Fridays. From Folsom, Gary Deal, 26, Joan Deal, 26, and their son Jason, 3, were found dead in their Folsom home on October 30th, 1978. Each of the Deals had their throats slashed, and the parents were also shot. No one was ever charged in the brutal triple murder. Wow. Triple homicide. New Jersey state troopers and detectives roam around the home in Folsom, where the 3 members of the family were found murdered on Monday. The dead are Gary Dill, 26, his wife Joan, 24, and their 3-year-old son Jason. Shit, we know cases. I know you do. AR's wife Jen knows a Trump was driven with the pity. She did Vegas casinos. Oh, that's cool. The thing about cases is the uncle picked up Tiff's bracelet at the train tracks and gave it to her mother. It is a shrine, and to this day has never been DNA tested. Oh, wow. No kidding, critical. No, people are not forgotten around here.
No, they're
not forgotten. You guys will not see trending cases over here unless there's an update, because there's no reason in me and the other 475 channels to be doing the same case. And then it literally beats the case so much that you have people that will come in your chat or come in your comments and be like, why are you covering this? Or you see, like, I don't want to hear about this case anymore. So you're literally showing cases on your channel that you want to cover, and you're not including or respecting your community. So I want to make sure that I don't ever do that.
And not only that, there's so many other cases to cover that don't get the attention that they need or deserve and I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the trending cases, they do deserve to be covered, just not for, I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. 12 hours a day by 900 creators.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. I just, that's what I just said. They don't need to be covered 12 hours a day when there's no updates and beat to death, because there's so many other, like these people that we're talking about tonight. People that go, when there's so many people that have gone missing, that are still missing, that haven't been found, and that their faces need to be kept out there. There's so many unsolved homicides. There's so many unsolved things. There's so many people still missing that need to be found. There's so many families that want their loved ones to come home, and regardless of how their loved ones come home, we want the best outcome for them, but their families still deserve the peace of knowing. And I can't call it, I don't call it closure, because I don't know if there ever really is closure if their families don't come, if their loved one doesn't come home to them in the alive. I don't know if there really is ever closure with the death. I'm just going to put that out there. And that's with any kind of a death. But I think that they deserve the peace of knowing where their loved one is and giving them a proper burial if their loved one doesn't come home to them alive. But, you know, these people deserve this coverage. You know, even if they've been missing since 1984, they still deserve, these cases deserve to be heard. They deserve to be heard, and these people deserve to stay. They deserve to be looked at, because, love you, baby. They all deserve to be out there. And I strongly believe it. And that's a hill I'll stand on. Sorry, Mom. I just had to say that.
Don't be sorry. Arctic's absolutely right. Nope. Our team tries to give attention to those who have been completely forgotten. Facts. Low profile cases are just as important as any other case. The case is crazy as hell from beginning to end. The state involvement evidence was lost. It's just a big fucked up by all involved. That's so sad. Yeah, I really want to cover her case again.
Because I will put out some of the newer cases of I will put post flyers of newer missing cases, but at the same time, I try to mix in some of the older missing cases when I put the newer ones out in the same video, so that people can see the older missing ones too. And, you know, maybe they may have seen a face. Maybe some of these people went missing, and maybe they went missing of their own. Some of these people could have went missing of their own accord, and maybe they've seen their face, and maybe, you know, just even if they didn't want to be found, if their family members just know, hey, okay, so they're still alive, they just didn't want to be found, you know, at least they know, okay, they're alive. They just, you know, but at least they have that. But some of them been missing for a really long time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Lisa, if you ever want to come up and cover Barbara Cotton, we can definitely do that. Everyone deserves to be looked at and found human, so it's the some way regardless. Yep. Way too many missing people. I agree.
And I agree with that too, Dandy. I can't imagine.
Yep. Yeah, I would be honored. If you want to come up and talk, we can definitely, we can definitely set up a night, Lisa, and you can come up and we'll give Barbara's case some light as well. Okay, so this is the news newspaper article about Deal's murders. The brutal murder of the Deal family sent shockwaves throughout the New Jersey and across the country, with numerous local and federal law enforcement agencies assisting in the case. State police said in 2018, on the 40th anniversary of the murders, the original detectives conducted an extremely thorough and relentless investigation, compelling volumes of information before exhausting all leads. Aww. Okay, so this case, Dulce Maria Alvarez, this case here, actually, I'm not going to use any names, but it's not a PI that's a YouTube famous PI. I'm just going to put it out there. I have a PI on Twitter that sent me a shit ton of information on her case. Some, like, I was literally down a rabbit hole for about 12 hours looking at the different stuff that was sent to me on her case. Dulce Alvarez vanished from Bridgeton Park. Dulce Alvarez was 5 years old when she vanished from Bridgeton City Park. The young girl was last seen playing with her younger brother on the afternoon of September 16, 2019. Dulce's mother, Neoma Alvarez Perez, says that the two children went into the park's playground while she stayed in her car with her 8-year-old cousin. According to Neoma, about 10 minutes later, Dulce was no longer visible in the playground. She searched the area thinking that her daughter had been hiding, but there was no trace. After a frantic search, she called the police to report an abduction. And then this is her age progression photo. It'll scroll down for us here. This is an age progression photo of Dulce, who may look like 9 years old. This was released in 2022 as police received several tips about her possible whereabouts, but nothing promising was uncovered. All right. Well, on point, Phyllis, I'm not going to cover Idaho 445. We victimize the certain graders over when there's over 1,000 cases getting zero coverage. Yeah, I'm not doing Idaho 4 for clicks and views. It's not going to happen. The girl that disappeared from the park. Yes, her. Yeah, I randomly had, well, not randomly. There's a PI that I work with on Twitter. I can't use any names, though, because the person does not portray themselves as a PI, and I don't want to do that. I actually work with several PIs, but this one in particular had sent me a bunch of photos and wanted a second set of eyes on them and some information, and I'm telling you, like 12 hours later, I came up for air. I need someone to bulk send tissues to me. I cry so much for these people. I'm so sorry, Dandy, but thank you for being so strong and being here. I really appreciate you. Not only one of our beautiful mods over here, Dandy is a mod for Frankie Rose. Dandy is a mod for Eric the Docket. And Eric the Docket, he gets down and dirty in the court paperwork and all the things and FOIAs, all the things. So much love to Dandy for being able to as much as we do as creators and still be able to function every day and be a successful businesswoman and a parent. Ooh, look at this. This one's a little different. South Jersey's real life. Oh, what the hell? Ghost Town, Amatal. Amatal, South Jersey's real life ghost town. The photo is from one of the series of commemorative podcasts showing the East K Street from 5th Street village of Amatal. There's a whole ghost town? I've watched whole damn documentaries about ghost towns, and I've never heard of this ghost town.
You had her at Ghost Town.
Dude. Had me.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Ooh. This would be good for a
Dandy, honey, I have some
historical night.
I have some bulk tissue in the garage that I got at Sam's. It's the last time I went. I'll send you the whole tissue. They're still in the package, honey. I haven't opened them yet.
Lisa ain't gonna. She says she ain't gonna fool with the ghost town. She'll wait outside.
I'm
The
outside
dead
with
people don't
Lisa.
bother me. And dead people don't bother me. I'm totally fine with dead people. It's the ones that's living that bothers me. This is Amatal, and I might be pronouncing that wrong. For those of y'all that are locals, are more than welcome to put the sound out in the chat. During World War I, a new explosive and invented called Amatal. In 1918, shortly after the United States entered the war, a munitions plant and adjacent town were built western Atlantic County near Hamilton, named after the explosive they manufactured. Isn't that interesting? Critical says there's a lot of haunted stuff in Jersey. Go sleep in the Pine Barrens for a night and change your life. Hell no. No, thank you, honey. No, thank you. I've heard of the Jersey Devil. I will not be fucking around in the Pine Barrens.
Stop it.
15-year-old son and sisters refused to go.
I'm about to send your niece to live with you because she's whiny tonight.
How can I send my friend to you also? Did I miss a comment? We sending people to Arctic?
I'm about to send Pibble.
Oh, she might mean a case. I was like, are we all going to live with Arctic?
We're all going to
take
live
all
with
the babies. Just bring me all the babies.
Well, I'm sending Pibble to live with you because she's whiny.
That's what I thought. I thought we was all going to live with Arctic.
And I'm not putting up with her whininess tonight.
We're coming to stay.
Now she's gone to sleep with Derek because I've done pissed her off.
Look at that. He can cook for us. Yes. Yes.
That's a cool little town.
Cook for us. Isn't it? Look at that. It says Armatal Town Square. The town of Armatal, New Jersey, is a Mullica Township. Was built 9 months at the beginning of March of 1918. It was a workers' town of the Atlantic Loading Company, a World War I ammunition plant located 2 miles to the west. That sounds kind of like Paducah. Paducah was never meant to be a real town. Isn't that weird how that happens?
Is it a real town? I mean, I'm just kidding.
What?
What? Huh?
If you live there, not really. Drop the link again. Okay.
Paducah is
I wouldn't suggest. I would not suggest living there. There's not much work unless you want to work for the pig farm.
I'm not working on no pig
or the
farm.
chicken farm.
I sure ain't working for no chicken
The
farm.
candle factory down. You can smell the chicken farm from about a mile away.
Girl, I lived in a town they used to call Egg Town, it's called Greenbrier, but it used to be called Egg Town because we used to have there was like 1,000 egg plants up there, and Lord, in the summertime, girl, I remember one of my friend's mothers worked at an egg plant, and we had to go in there one day. Oh my gosh. All them it was in the summer, and all them chickens like, and it stank. It stank like chicken shit and hot chickens. Shit. Them chickens was pissed.
Hello, Avery.
Hey,
I don't mind your camera being on, but your camera's on.
I didn't even know I was up here.
Keep it on.
Okay, so I've tried to post this comment in the chat like 5 times, and for some reason it won't let me post it. But I have a really, really, really good friend in my area who's missing. And I didn't even think about, because I've had other channels, share it. And I didn't even think about, I haven't done it on this channel. But I sent it to you on X, and I'm going to email it to ArcticFox. But she's the sweetest. Her name is Brandy, and she used to work for me years ago. And she's the sweetest thing ever. And she's been missing now since last year. And Nobody knows, like, has any idea what could have happened to her. She hasn't even reached out to her children, her family, nothing.
Yeah, if you send it to me, we'll definitely take a look at it.
Yeah, I sent it to you on X. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just comment that.
It's
Did you try to post the link?
I hope I wasn't doing anything weird with my face because I didn't know I was up on panel.
No, not that I saw.
Too funny.
Not that I saw.
But I just wanted to come up here and tell you that I'm still doing like clothes and stuff, so I'm going to go back down and listen. But I wanted to come up and tell you that, and I got Arctic's email. He posted it, so I'm going to send it to him too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, and thank you for sharing her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, okay. Avery.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so we're all going to go live with Arctic, and then we're going to take a road trip to Dandy's because she has promised brisket, and she's going to 420 everybody. So we're all going to Colorado after we leave Arctic's.
What part of Colorado are we going to?
The pretty part of Colorado.
Well, all of Colorado is yeah. Colorado is beautiful. Been there, done that.
Yeah, I've been to Colorado. I've been to Durango. I've been to Silver Springs. Silver Springs is down here. Silverton. I've been to, thank God I did pick my nose. Oh my God, Avery. Somebody go back and clip it. No, I'm kidding. Don't y'all do that to Avery.
I've been to Steamboat Springs. I've been to Golden. I've been to Denver. I've been to what's the name of that town? Damn. Oh, hold on. Oh, I've been to Golden.
Is that a piece of a toilet?
I've sat on the Mork and Mindy Rock in Golden. I actually sat on the Mork and Mindy Rock. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What is it other? Oh.
If Avery's not in chat for a few minutes, she's going to have to check to make sure she didn't do anything weird with her face.
I went out there in the summertime. I almost had a heat stroke out there. I almost passed out because we were at the pool, and you can see the snow on the mountains at the peak of the mountains. But I mean, it was like 95 degrees, and we were at the pool, and you don't think about it being that hot because it doesn't feel like 95 degrees because there's no humidity. And then, yeah, there it is.
Arctic says we're all moving in with Dandy because she's promising 420. Please be the Four Corners part. She is 31 miles from Utah. Avery emailed you. Look, Avery's laughing. Chris has been to Royal George. I've been to a lot of different places. I traveled a lot when I was younger. Now I want to know if this is a toilet. Is that a piece of a toilet? Inquiring minds want to know.
What?
Okay. Amital bits of the deserted town remain today. Amital, New Jersey was built on 6,000 acres of land in the Pine Barrens. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. The planted community was short-lived after World War I and ended the same year. Amital became a vacant town. It's in the Pine Barrens. Don't nobody want to live in a damn pine. Do y'all not know what is in the Pine Barrens? There is bagoogers in the Pine Barrens. Okay, Amital police of Amital's home's wooden floor. That's actually a really pretty piece of wood.
I thought you liked bagoogers.
Not to go. No, I'm not fucking around with the Jersey Devil. Girl.
Okay.
Ponies.
All right.
Welcome in, Peaky. Peaky's promising ponies. So we got brisket, home cooking from Arctic, Ponies. Oh,
Can somebody
ponies.
promise?
I thought some ponies.
Can somebody promise
Pony.
some puppies?
Not going to the
Anybody
Pine
got
Barrens, y'all.
puppies? Y'all throw in
Taking
some
a road
Throw
to
in
the
some
Pine
puppies.
Barrens.
A bagooger
What is a
duck.
bagooger?
It's a duck.
Hey, Ray, I'll have to tell the bagooger story on a decompression live one night. Hell no, Taylor. You can go to the Pine Barrens. I'm not going to the Pine Barrens.
Lisa's got puppies.
Lands in the biggest mesa on the planet is east of me. Mount Garfield and the Brook Cliffs are absolutely beautiful to wake up to. Aw, look, there you go. Lisa's luring us in with puppies. All right. Does Lisa have a white van? Is it a caravan?
But Lisa's in Wisconsin. Lisa's in Wisconsin. No, she's in. Are you in Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Minnesota.
She's in Minnesota. She's in Minnesota. Her dad has a white van.
Stay away from the Pine Barrens. See?
Lisa's in Minnesota. She's in the land of 1,000 legs.
See, look at that. Lisa says her dad has a white van. Lisa's got family with a white van, and she's handing out puppies, y'all.
Nova Scotia duck tolling retrievers and a Saint Bernard. And a really big couch.
I'll tell you guys a story about puppies in a shirt on a decompression live too, because she'll never come. It's my sister-in-law. She'll never come in here. Nova Scotia duck trolling retrievers and a Saint Bernard. Aw, does he have a whiskey barrel?
Yeah, put some wine in that whiskey barrel, and I'm.
It's one of those old Ford-like camper vans too. Does it have a risque painting of a girl on the side of it? Minnesota. I think I said that right.
Minnesota.
No, because that's a myth. All right, we're never going to get through this article if I don't get through it. All right, so this is the cafeteria. Amital had a population of 10,000 people in its height. By 1923, residents were gone. Oh, look at those. That's a Model A and a Model T. And that might be a horse-drawn wagon.
I need you to stop. Look at the puppy.
Scroll past the puppy. No, it's just green stripes. It was my boyfriend's grandparents' van. I went to Minnesota once for a funeral. Got a large one at a gas station. You got a large one at a gas station? What the hell did you get large at a gas station, Dandy? Context. I need to know what you got large.
Don't ever just say you got a large one at a gas station. What did you get a large one of? What did you get? Dandy, what the hell are you talking about? You got a large one at a gas station?
Glory hole. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
That was Lisa, not Dandy. Okay, in the village where workers live, most of the homes were built with wood and cinder blocks after the town was abandoned, but some things remain, like brick fireplaces and stone foundations. Oh, look at that old fire truck.
Stop it. That's a Model T. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't care what kind of car it is.
No, they had fancy names. In the planning of the town, though, was given general attractiveness as well as the rapid growth of the housing. It was designed to be a town rather than a group of buildings. Oh, well, that's a big old creepy looking hole in the ground. A well or water storage. The photo shows to appear an old well or in-ground water storage. So that's a creepy hole in the ground either way. Amital as seen by Google Earth. The images of Google Earth shows the remains of a street grid in a town. Amital is now mostly grown over by the pinelands. See, that's why you don't be messing around. See, y'all can see the ley lines where the roads was. And then you got a big old bare spot there in the middle. See, look at that. I look at what aerial Google to know that those are grown over roads. Anyway.
You know what grown over roads means? There's been no cars
This
down
is
there.
trail.
There's been no cars down
Nope,
this road.
no cars.
No cars.
No cars. No Elantras.
No white Elantras.
Munitions Administration Building. Only 2 complete buildings from Montrose still stand. The administration building pictured here became the now abandoned state police barracks, and one of the houses was moved to another site in White Horse Pike, where it is still occupied. Well, that's cool. There's an old chimney. I know where some of those are in LBL. Armitage was contracted by the federal government during the First World War. The town was built almost simultaneously with the better-known Bethlehem Loading Company, or Belkinville Munitions Factory, who runs now part of Atlantic City of East Minor.
You know, when I see an old chimney standing, I wonder, where did the rest of the house go? Is it lonely without the chimney? I'm sorry, but I do.
Well, the house was wooden.
Well,
the house was wooden, so the chimney was the only thing that lasted. Well, I understand that, but I was trying to help with why. Oh, look, there's tires. There's a vehicle attached to those tires. Is the rest of this just going to be the ammunition plant?
I must admit that I don't even know.
Okay, so the rest of this is restaurants. I think we're through all the missing and murdered unsolved cases. I can sit here and look at sirloin burgers and things like that. I'd be hungry. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that one because it looks like the rest of it's just food. God forbid we end up in a food rabbit hole. Sometime tomorrow we'll be done with the damned article. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Dandy got a large mini bottle of soda. Good grief, knock it off. That's where I was going, Lisa Jo. Did I just ask the gas station clerk for a large one? Will they know what I'm wanting, or how do I approach this?
I'm not going in any store and going, can I have a large one?
Oh, I may do that tomorrow. I'm just going to stop at 7-Eleven. I'm be like, hey, can I get a large one? I'm sure the kid that I always see down there would look at me and go, huh? What the hell?
Oh, yeah, he's going to be like, mm-mm.
They all know I'm crazy anyway.
She puts me on speakerphone the other day when she goes in the store, and she goes, you're on speakerphone, behave. And I'm like, you shouldn't put me on speakerphone. And she goes, that's why I told you to behave. I'm like, oh, thanks.
This is true.
She goes, don't say nothing bad.
Okay,
I'm like, that's all my mouth knows how to say, bad words.
Did these switch themselves out? Well, shit. There was another case up here that I guess these switches are safe out. Okay. Well, y'all can't see it any damn way. Keeping it to myself over here.
Yeah, that's just rude.
That's the question appropriate for Adam and Eve's toy. Thor! Hi, honey. Thank you for being in here, Thor. It's always an honor to have you in here. So this is Barbara Bridor. She was murdered in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Like I said, stay the hell away from Atlantic City. This is October 17th, 2006. 4 women were found in a drainage ditch in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This was last updated on October 27th, 2024. I thought I clicked on these earlier and got on to expand. Yeah, here we go. Oh, shit. Okay, this is Barbara Brador. 4 women were found in a drainage ditch in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and we are honored enough to have Critical Minds in chat, and Critical has actually worked these cases.
I'm sorry.
2006. Brador was the third of 4 victims to be identified. Remains found behind the Golden Key Motel and the Black Horse Pike Egg Harbor Township on November 20th, 2006. The victims ranging in age from 20 to 42 years old were found lying face down in a watery ditch, heads pointing east. All of the victims found various stages of decomposition and were fully clothed but barefoot. Ooh, that's what Critical was telling us earlier, that they didn't have any shoes on. Investigators believe that Barbara was murdered in the time before Tracy Roberts, Kim Raffo, and Molly Diltz. While it is believed that Barbara was the second victim of the 4 to die, investigators were unable to determine and extract a cause of death due to the state of her remains. Authorities were also unable to determine a cause of death for Molly Diltz, who had been in the ditch for up to 6 weeks. Tracy Roberts, who had also been in a ditch for the last week, died due to asphyxia, though the extract method was unclear. The exact method was unclear. Kim Raffio was the most recent victim, had been strangled with either a rope or a cord. Toxicology reports revealed large amounts of cocaine in Kim and Tracy's bodies, alcohol in Molly's, and potentially a lethal dose of heroin in Barbara's, raising the theory that the killer sedated the victims with alcohol and drugs. Despite their diverse backgrounds, the victims all having experienced divorce or death of a loved one had fallen heavily to drug use and prostitution. Barbara's addiction began when she took a pain pill to ease her menstrual cramps in 1988. The pills were prescribed to her boyfriend, Stanley Fritzl, who had his own addiction. When doctors cut off Fritzl's supply, the pair turned to heroin. Barbara's life slowly deteriorated over the next 8 years, and the couple's addiction consumed them. In 2001, the couple sent their 4-year-old daughter to live in Florida with Barbara's sister, Valerie Ansley, and less than a year later, Barbara was working as a prostitute on the streets of Atlantic City. For Barbara's family, her death was terrible, and for the woman who once seemed
So let me ask you something. Think about that statement. Do you think there's something to it? All of their heads were pointing east. Do you think there's something to that?
And they were barefoot. Like ritual?
Wondering.
Like a ritual?
Mm-hmm. Wondering. Because to me that sounds deliberate, doesn't it to you? All of their heads were pointing east.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he laid them that way.
People have been trying to link this to Liz, but it's a totally different profile. Yeah.
He laid them that way. He didn't just...
Critical, what do you think about that? Like ritual? That's all the two list was changing MO.
Oh, that's why he's called the Eastbound Strangler.
That's why he's called the Eastbound Strangler, because their heads was facing east, looking at him.
So it definitely could be something. So it definitely could be something ritualistic, critical, you think? Or that could be his...
That looks like a creepy episode.
Or just his signature as a serial killer. That's his signature. Because I know that, most serial killers do have a pattern, a specific pattern, or, that they do, and they don't change that pattern much. But that's what it could be too. That could be his calling card as well, not just you know, not just, it could be his call. Yeah, that's his calling card.
And like I said, the shoes a trophy.
Yep, the shoes are a trophy, and then the and then their heads facing east. That's his calling card. Because he would want them to
Be cool.
know that he did it. Oh, Dandy, I don't think we'll ever know Rex Howerman's all of his victims.
Nope.
He's a cocky
I don't
bastard.
think we will either.
He's a cocky bastard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely a giant cocky bastard.
But we don't know all of Ted Bundy's either. If you think about it, we don't know all of Ted Bundy's. She's a beautiful girl, Critical.
She is a beautiful girl.
Beautiful. But yeah, we don't know. I mean, we don't know all of Ted Bundy's victims.
So this is the suspicious death of Tiffany Valentini. A star athlete dies tragically after being struck by a train under mysterious circumstances. This is Galloway Township, New Jersey, July 12th, 2015. And as far as I know, her family is still actively seeking justice for her. Tiffany Ida Mae, oh, that's so pretty. Tiffany Ida Mae Valentini was eagerly anticipating the next chapter of her life. The 18-year-old star athlete and recent graduate of Oakcrest High School in Mays Landing, New Jersey, had been awarded a volleyball scholarship and was looking forward to attending Mercy College in Dobbs Ferry, New York in the fall. At 6'2" and natural athlete, she had entered high school as a softball player, but quickly found her passion in volleyball player for both her high school team and East Coast Crush Club. Playing the middle hitter position, Tiffany was uniquely suited for this role due to her height, skill, and focus. She was overjoyed at the opportunity to play volleyball at a college level and planned to major in criminal justice. Kind, loving, funny, energetic, Tiffany had a strong maternal instinct for her nieces and nephews and loved to be among her family. While she was routinely described by as friends and family as a happy, go-to-lucky, and not depressed at all. Like all teenagers, but sometimes butted heads with her mother, Diane. And in fact, she had argued with her the very night that she died. Tiffany also suffered from nyctophobia, which we learned earlier. This is okay. It's going to tell us this is a term a term for extreme fear of the dark, and is nearly incomprehensible that she would have run off in the dark, as was suggested. On July 12, 2015, the entire Valentini family was at a party celebrating the high school graduation of one of Tiffany's cousins who lived just across the street on Manheim Avenue in Mays Landing. At around 9 p.m., a friend of Tiffany's called her parents, Diane and Steve, and accused their daughter of using their debit card without the permission to buy clothes and food. It is reported that Tiffany left the graduation party after a dispute with her mother over this accusation, walked out into the pitch dark, and allegedly died by suicide by hurling herself into a speeding train over 5 miles from her home. According to investigators, Tiffany's discarded her cell phone and at the end of her driveway before walking off into the July night. Though there is later activity reported on the phone after she supposedly discarded it. It is the last known images of Tiffany were spotted on a deer camera, so I was wrong. It was not a Ring camera. It was a deer camera. So I apologize for that misinformation. For some reason, I was thinking Ring camera. In the Valentini's yard, wearing a t-shirt, white shorts, and brand new shoes, and a headband, most of which were later missing when her body was recovered. 2 weeks after her death, Tiffany's shoes and a headband were found by her mother a mile away from her home while she was out walking to clear her head. These were found neatly stacked under a tree, along with a sweatshirt, a keychain, neither of which Diane recognized as having belonged to Tiffany. Police were not notified of the discovery, but mistaken the keychain before they had an opportunity, misplaced the keychain before they had an opportunity to analyze it. Tiffany's shirt was still on her body when it was discovered, but her shorts were never located. That's what I was telling you guys when we first read the little clip about her. Is this is one that will absolutely, you will scratch your head. And Unsolved Mysteries has a really well put together. It's the newer Unsolved Mystery series that came out, but it's really well put together. If you're into Unsolved Mysteries, which if you're here, you probably are. After only 6 days of investigation, Tiffany's death was ruled a suicide. I'm going to scroll back up so I don't miss any comments here. It was hypothesized by investigators that after leaving her home and passing the Dare camera, Tiffany removed her shoes and walked over 4 miles barefoot on rough terrain in the wooded site to the incident, minus some basic articles of clothing. She then died by suicide by throwing herself in front of a southbound New Jersey Transit Atlantic City line train at the mile marker 45 in Galloway Township. This seems questionable since an examination of her feet during autopsy found them to be clean, pristine, and without any cuts or abrasions. Moreover, Tiffany's intense fear of the dark would have made this scenario unlikely at best. Tiffany's family and friends believe this far more likely scenario is that someone lured or abducted Tiffany and possibly raped her that night, then either chased her or threw her in front of the speeding train to cover up the crime. New Jersey Transit investigators were deemed to be less than helpful and were accused of bungling evidence in Tiffany's death, in addition to conflicting statements given by the apprentice engineer and supervising engineer on the train that fatally analyzing the agency contacted after the family attorney Paul D'Amato had won a motion for discovery in 2020. It was determined that some of the evidence, such as the t-shirt Tiffany was wearing when she died, was not properly sealed or labeled and placed in a plastic bag instead of a paper receptacle where it was allowed to grow and mold. It was difficult to obtain DNA due to the poor manner in which the evidence was stored. In addition, a bloodied axe found at the scene near a wooded encampment with the unidentified keychain later found among Tiffany's personal items discovered by her mother somehow went missing before they could be tested. Make sure I didn't miss any comments, and then I'll go on to this next part here. Back then, it was definitely a safe place. People could prey on night stalkers. Valiente. Thank you, Critical. Unsolved Mysteries only from the lawyer's narrative, really. Well, take the Unsolved Mysteries with a grain of salt because Critical is working the case actively. So we'll go with what Critical has to say. I don't watch anything on TV. Haven't engaged in that in over 20 years. I like to watch like documentaries and stuff, but I'm not like a TV type person. I did not know that was from the lawyer's narrative. I thought her mom was on there. Am I remembering that wrong, Critical? I could have swore it was her mom that was on there. Where the case stands today, in the years since her death, family attorney Paul D'Amato has filed several lawsuits to have Tiffany's manner of death changed from a suicide to undetermined, so the case can be reopened and investigated in civil court. In them, he emphasizes that no rape kit was done at her autopsy nor physiological autopsy conducted. A physiological autopsy is defined as an analyst conducting the following person's death to reconstruct his or her mental state. A psychological. Words are hard tonight, y'all. Psychological autopsy is defined as an analyst that could conduct following a person's death to reconstruct his or her mental state prior to dying. If anyone had contacted, he asserts that it would have been clear that Tiffany was not at risk of suicide. Furthermore, her apprentice engineer was not tested for intoxication that night. The toxicology results also confirmed that there were no drugs or alcohol in Tiffany's system. Finally, the nearby campsite and bloodied axe found close to the incident site were not treated as a crime scene. These concerns were reinforced as review of respectful retired senior medical investigator of the Atlantic County Medical Examiner's Office. There was a perception of a rush to judgment by the New Jersey Medical Examiner's Office and the New Jersey Transit investigators ruling Tiffany's death a suicide. The lawyer has control of the narrative. Oh, okay, Critical. I have the parents and sisters on a video pinned on my TikTok. Oh, thank you so much. Critical, do you mind if I play that on here? Hi, Crime Curious. If you do,
I'm curious.
Mind if I play it? I totally understand. I can just drop your link and everybody can go follow you on TikTok. Guys, if you're not following Critical on TikTok, I suggest that you do, because I think I spent like an hour last night going through Critical's content on TikTok. Amazing work. Okay, on October 18, 2022, a new season of Unsolved Mysteries will begin streaming on Netflix and will feature Tiffany's suspicious death, among other cases. It is hoped it'll bring needed attention to her case and ultimately change the ruling of the manner of her death from suicide to undetermined, so that it can be investigated as a potential crime. While Tiffany certainly had challenges and pressures like many high achievers her age, it seems unlikely that she'd take her own life. Yes, she had indeed fought with her mother on several occasions, including shortly before she was tragically killed. But she was also excited for her future and was planning to thoughtfully surprise her mom with a kitten so she wouldn't be lonely after she left for college. Aww. Tiffany has recently come out to her family as gay and just endured a breakup, but was amicable, and she was already casually dating another girl. Tiffany's family admittedly maintains that suicide is not a realm of possibility, and they are hopeful to increase attention to her case and finally help uncover the mystery of her death and bring some measure of justice. And this is where I go back to, you guys have probably heard me say this 1,000 times. This is why they should trust the families. Perfect. Critical says, yes, Mom, please play it so people can get the background. Perfect. Let me grab TikTok real quick. I'm going to pull up the TikTok app because it seems to do better than when I pull it up on the website. I do too, Paula. Love you, Crime Curious. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, this is where they should trust the families, because the families know her. And kids are going to fight with their parents. It's just part of it. That doesn't mean that they're going to walk 5 miles and throw themselves in front of a train. That's not how I see this. And parents know, most parents know their children. They know what they would and would not do. And I mean, you argue with your kids. And if she was going to buy her mother a kitten so she wouldn't be lonely when she went to college, I mean, there are certain things that you hear in these stories, and it just, you listen, and you can just tell it's not the act of someone who would commit suicide. You know, I mean, she had a future planned. You know, I'm going to buy my mom a kitten so she won't be lonely when I'm gone, to college, things like that. And mm-mm. And if she walked 5 miles and her feet were clean, no. There's more. And then the parents are left to fight because unfortunately law enforcement doesn't sound like did their job. In my opinion, that's my opinion, in my opinion only. But stop it. That's my opinion. And it's a shame.
I'm curious says, yes, please. I neither tick nor talk. And Critical says there's a lot more that's not made public.
Go on.
I used to not tick or talk. Okay, so we're gonna.
I TikTok
hope
some,
this
but
comes up like it's supposed to.
now I'm all about the tick and the talks. Guess you get a lot of followers and a lot of views on there for missing flyers. Probably more than you'll get anywhere.
I have to share the audio, guys. Give me just a second. I meant to pull it down before I did that because I was just reading an article, so I didn't have the audio shared. You'd think as long as I had this damn second screen, I'd know how to work it, but meh. Lisa says I can't because my ass will be there for 6 hours. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn TikTok because a lot of our families that we work with, they're actually took up to TikTok for advocating for their family members. And like 4 years ago, I had somebody reach out to me and say, hey, you should be on TikTok. Like YouTube is toxic and it's not a place to be. And I was like, I don't know how to use TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And now I look back and I'm like, damn, I should have been on TikTok this whole freaking time. Okay, so this is what happened to Tiffany Valentini. Thank you so much, Critical, for the sound outs. I'm terrible with names, and I don't mean any disrespect. Okay, here we go.
He tried to make me, for 2 weeks straight, make me believe my daughter did this, that she committed suicide, that she actually did this. I'm like, no, it's not my daughter. It's not my daughter. Every single day, day in and day out.
In 2015, Tiffany Valiente was struck and killed by an NJ Transit train on a remote section of track 4 miles from her Galloway Township home. The state's medical examiner deemed the death a suicide. Tiffany's family disagrees. They insist she was happy and had everything to live for.
She had the world so far ahead of her, you know what I mean? Just she grasped it and she was running with it, you know, just she loved life. She wanted to do things in life.
Tiffany's mother, Stephen, created projects to stay busy and keep his lost daughter close to him, to preserve her memory. In the backyard, a memorial, a massive T made from a tree he cut down.
I still lay in bed at night waiting for her to get off work from Wawa, you know, just, no, she should be pulling in any time. It, you know, goes through my head, you know, but she never shows up, so it makes it hard.
Tiffany's mother took walks along roads near her home to help cope with the confusion and heartache. A few weeks after the tragedy, she found her daughter's shoes and headband.
And I lost it. I was freaking out. I mean, I was a mess. A lady pulled over to see if I was okay. And I'm like, get off the grass. And I was trying to call my husband, my family. They feigned pain. They called the cops. This made it even more real that she didn't do this. And we needed somebody to look into it and try to find out what exactly happened to her. And I don't feel they did that.
The medical examiner and NJ Transit Police concluded Tiffany left a party across the street and dropped her phone at the end of her driveway. They then said she walked to a remote area of tracks more than 4 miles away and jumped in front of an oncoming train in complete darkness. Based on autopsy photos, Tiffany's feet were pristine, no cuts or abrasions. The family wondered, how could she have walked barefoot for that distance over rocky terrain without injuring or even getting her feet dirty?
Honestly, I think it's disgusting that they would even think that a child would walk around without any shorts on and any shoes. Especially the only time my daughter took her shoes off was when she would go in the house. Other than that, she always wore shoes outside.
The state medical examiner's office rushed to judgment and concluded that this was suicide. A rape kit was never utilized on Tiffany, but most importantly, a psychiatric or psychological autopsy wasn't done, where you interview the family, the teachers, the friends, and you see what was going on with her life. If they had done that, they would not have concluded this was suicide.
Well, I could have done a better job than they did. And I'm not even, I don't have a degree in it. These are things, simple things they screwed up on.
So many things did not add up, and the investigation seemed incomplete and sloppy. They felt the whole case was mishandled, and Tiffany was the victim of a kidnapping and murder. In 2016, the family's attorney filed a lawsuit seeking to overturn the finding and change her death certificate.
There will never be an amount of justice. The only way is to bring her back, but we know that's not going to happen. But to just have the true answers on what happened that night.
Near the site of the death, adjacent to the train tracks, Tiffany's father constructed yet another memorial. This one with lights, music, a roof, and filled with messages and reminders of a loved one lost.
Her spirit's here. It's still here until she rests in peace and somebody finds out what happened to her. She can't rest. But we need answers.
Excellent video. Thank you so much, Critical. And actually, we are going to play we're going to go ahead and do the 3 video interactions with Critical's TikTok, because this is going to caveat us into the next video that I wanted to share tonight, and that's Danielle Lopez. So this is Danielle Lopez. She is missing out of Burlington County, New Jersey. Last seen April 13, 2024. Age now 37, 5'4", 135 pounds. 37-year-old New Jersey woman missing for more than a month after she told her family she planned to go camping in the state forest. Danielle Lopez was seen shortly after 9 a.m. April 13th, leaving Wawa on Route 72 in Vincenttown section of Southampton and Burlington County. Police later found her 2008 two-door blue Hyundai Accent disabled and Lost Lane Road in Penn State Forest and Woodland Township. If you have any information, New Jersey State Police at 609-882-2000. Live coverage will be on March 29th, 2025, which is this Saturday at 11 a.m. I think that's Saturday. 26, yeah. Hosted by ArcticFox True Crime with special guest Susan Quackenbush, Danielle's mother. Critical, thank you so much for sending us this case, and thank you for getting Arctic with the mother and all the things. That means a lot to me, guys. If you were here on Not Forgotten Friday, Critical was in the chat and mentioned this case to us, that the mother really needs some help getting coverage and justice and information. So I'm going to go ahead and play the next one.
Danielle Lopez. Danielle is 37. She's 5'4", from the New Jersey town of Willingboro near Philadelphia. If her name rings a bell, and I hope it does, it may be because we have brought you her story before. She last spoke with her mother from a state park where she was camping the night of April 12th. There was a picture from a Wawa gas station on the morning of April 13th. And it's the last image of Danielle that had been released to the public. Police found her car May 1st. It was disabled in a large puddle with personal items inside, but no phone. And now tonight, a brand new lead. And for that, I want to welcome Sue Quackenbush, Danielle's mom. Sue, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Let me ask you about this new lead. It's new video that apparently has surfaced just a couple of days ago. Have the police shown it to you, and do you know what it shows?
It's a GoPro video, so it's not focused on Danielle. It's really just on the dashboard of a car. But
and that car was passing her, right? That morning after you spoke with her, where she was pictured at the Wawa, that was April 13th. This is at 6 o'clock that night. So we've actually got a whole day that we can now account for. But she's on a road, right? And what is she doing in that video?
They pass her the first time and she is driving. Later on, they find the car disabled, come down the road and find Danielle walking.
Does she stop and talk to them?
She does. They offer...
Did the police say anything about what she said, like what the conversation was between the people who captured her video and saw her there?
Yeah, I listened to the conversation. She let them know that she was broke down, had been stuck in a puddle. Most of the road is passable, but where she hit a puddle wasn't. The car became disabled, and they just left her there, didn't offer her any assistance.
That part is just, so difficult to understand, how anyone could leave someone on a lonely road in the middle of the forest with a disabled. Did the police give you any wisdom as to why that was? Were they afraid, the people who drove off?
No, I don't think they were afraid of Danielle. I think they had been afraid of them.
Okay.
I don't have anything to base that on. I know it. I would have never left a woman alone, about to become dark in the forest, knowing that she had no way out of there. I would have rendered some assistance.
And Danielle never said to this couple, I've called someone and they're coming for me. There was no communication that would make the couple think she's good to go. Someone's coming for her.
No, none whatsoever.
What is going on, guys? This is ArcticFox. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are...
He said arrests are on the morning of April 13th. That's the Wawa location, at least, or the date of the Wawa. He's currently in state prison on something unrelated. Is he a suspect in this?
Police aren't naming any suspects right now. Early on in the investigation, I was told to expect that Danielle would not be coming back. I referred to her in the past tense. Regrettably so. The new evidence doesn't leave anything ruled out at this point. The investigation doesn't tell me anything more than what they tell the public.
Danielle Lopez. Danielle is 37. She's 5'4", from the New Jersey.
Thank you so much, Critical, for that video. Amazing, as always. And Arctic says the whole team will be on panel, so be sure to join us. You are very welcome. It's our honor to help Critical. Yeah, definitely. We are glad to help. This is Arctic's channel. If you're not subbed up to Arctic, if you're lurking in the bushes or on Replay Crew, make sure you hit that link and sub up to ArcticFox. So I've been told that with TikTok, you shouldn't watch more than 3 videos. It messes up the person's algorithm. So shout out to Critical for those of y'all that do TikToks. This is Critical's link on the Tick of Talks. Definitely go give a follow. You will not be disappointed. Arctic, I'll be there. I'm an investigator. She needs advocates. Aw. Well, we're honored to help. We definitely are. And Arctic does amazing. Doodle does amazing. I'm trying to get back in my groove over here. I've just got a lot going on. But I'm trying to get back into my groove where I worked so many damn hours and I wasn't able to do what I usually do with and for families. Okay, so as always, Arctic did an amazing video, so I'm going to share that as well.
What is going on, guys? This is ArcticFox. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the missing persons case of 37-year-old Danielle Lopez, who is missing out of New Jersey. Danielle is 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighs 135 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. The New Jersey State Police are asking for the public's help in locating the missing woman. Danielle last spoke with her family on the 12th of April 2024 when she said that she was going to go camping at Wharton State Park. She may be driving a 2008 Hyundai two-door with New Jersey tag number H99SXT. Her family and friends are very concerned for Danielle's safety and well-being. Anyone with information on Danielle or her whereabouts is asked to contact Detective Pantalon with the New Jersey State Police at 609-882-2000 and reference case number H660-2024-00052. Guys, this woman has been missing since the 12th of April. It is the 1st of May as I'm recording this video. Unfortunately, Danielle's case is not getting a lot of attention right now, so we do need to get her face out there on social media. Do me a favor, give the video a like. It does help more people to see Danielle's face, and the more people that see her, the better the chances are that we can find her and we can bring her home safe. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider clicking that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. And if you ring that notification bell, you'll always be alerted whenever I post another missing persons video. But the most important thing that I need for everyone to do right now is to simply click that share button, guys. Share this to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, wherever you have social media. It only takes 1 second of your time to do, and it can make all the difference in the world in whether we're able to find Danielle and bring her home safe or not. As always, guys, I do want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Y'all be kind to one another out there, and let's bring Danielle home safe.
Thank you, Arctic, for that amazing video. That was 10 months ago when he put that video out, guys. So this is a link out in the chat. This is Missing People in America, MPIA. This is her flyer. So you guys have the link to be able to share the flyer. It's also on all of our social media as well. So definitely grab the flyer, share Arctic's video, do all the things. Thank you so much, Arctic. I got out of my groove. I used to do a lot of like interviews and stuff, and after his wreck, it just threw me for a loop, and it's been hell trying to get back in my groove. Sorry, I have a request for a missing flyer. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I used to do a lot of missing flyers. Now, not so many requests come in because I haven't been really active in making missing flyers. But I do want to go ahead and respond to that person, let them know that I see their request. Sorry guys, I was switching around in my Discord. Lost my place. Okay, so when we do these cases, I like to always highlight a solved case. There's nothing positive about what we do here, missing, murdered, etc. But I always like to highlight a found or solved. Her car was found and then pulled out of hazard on April 13th. The police didn't release her car being found. Wow, critical. What the hell? This is a cold case solved. New Jersey College helps identify a remains of an Allentown woman 10 years. Human remains found in New Jersey have been identified with the help of New Jersey Ramapo College students. Students in Ramapo College investigate genetic genealogy IgG Center partnered with New Jersey State Police to identify the remains of a woman found near Delaware River in Warren County, New Jersey, after years of being unable to make identification. On May 21st, 2017, police say with a sock and shoe were discovered by a resident in the Paddock, I'm saying that wrong, township. Officials say other remains were found. Without additional evidence, they were unable to identify the person. Traditional methods of investigation, including traditional DNA testing, did not produce a positive identification for years, according to police. In 2023, the New Jersey State turned to Ramapo College's IgG Center for help. DNA and created a genetic profile, which was uploaded to DNA databases. During the spring semester of 2024, students in the IgG certificate program at Ramapo College began the research applying advanced genetic genealogy techniques to the case. Their efforts paid off when they identified Maria Quintez, a 54-year-old woman who had gone missing from her home from the Lehigh River in Allentown, Pennsylvania in 2014. With the help of DNA samples provided by his children, the identity of the woman was confirmed. The outcome for the Quintez family is tragic. We hope that Maria's identification brings awareness, answers to her loved ones, said Dr. David Gurney, director of Ramapo College IgG Center. We are grateful for the opportunity to have made the impact here in New Jersey. This is the first announced cold case identification since New Jersey State Police and Ramapo College IgG Center partnering in cold cases. So I did highlight this case since her remains were identified and she was finally given her name back, because I feel like it's really important that when we look at all the unsolved and the missing, we do highlight one positive as far as closure for a family. Y'all know how my swamp signal is, so hopefully this will play. Video is currently not available. Of course it's not. Play from here. Well, I read the article to you guys, and generally these videos are just a highlight of what was said in the article, so I apologize. Oh, no, it looks like it might try. No, it's not going to load. Article videos don't do so well. Everyone deserves to be given their name back. Absolutely, Dandy, I agree. Avery, it is very sad. Very, very sad. Okay. You guys still hanging in there strong? Thank you guys all for being here. Kimber, you still with us?
I'm still here.
Sweet. Paula's still hanging in there with us. Okay, so this is the New Jersey State Police. This is their missing persons list. This is Collins Jr., Kevin Collins Jr. These people aren't how they died, it's how they lived, the love they gave while they were alive. Absolutely, Dandy. Absolutely. Then Bridget Vincent. These 2025. And then we have Luis Garcia, Anthony Reyes, Michael Smith, Kareem Rashawn Andre Keith, Danielle Lopez, Harold Bernard, Denise Smith, Marcian Golan, Arif Muhammad Jafari, Norma Yates, Adelia Mendez, Catherine Arreyes. That says white. She looks native to me. Juan Acabal, Felix de Jesus, Jake Kenyon, John Dayton, Ruben Wilson. There's Deluse Alvarez, Brenton Davis, Robert Jones, Kathleen Elko, Yanni Vasquez, Y. Vasquez, Deshan Stokeland, John Fernandez, Brian Demetrius Branham, David Coheen. I think I've covered him before. That name sounds familiar. Megan McCollum, Daryl Senendo, Victoria Williams, Bartlett Zeldin, Benjamin Ferguson, Joan Canetta, Casey Lynn Casey Prim, Jamie Edsel, Hazura Singh, Maria Gotero, Harold Alex Zamora Ramos, Julia Madsen, Wilfred Marquez, Deborah Feldman, Evelyn Vasquez, Oscar Garcia Calles, Byron Melendez, Danielle Marie Natal, Deluse Ramos, Camille Maskin, Robert Lee Wilson, Aaron Watkins, Danielle Kale, Geraldo Rojas Riviera, John Glenn, Robert Crew Sr., Margaret Hedison McEnroe, Kumar Raj Denman, Carla Vincini, Betta Remedez, William, I wonder if it's Robert William or William Robert, Dornbach, Jamie Seymour, Nayel Cruz, Estefani Algray, Stefan Deveres, Danielle Embo. That one sounds familiar too. Mildred Carmela Yakovino, Opano Gomez, Diana Moreno Acevedo, Thomas Hazen, Sierra Thomas, Jyrene Harris. That one has an age progression. Mary Jones, Margarita Minda, Kenya Hickson, Danielle Day, Patricia Viola, Anwar Green, Victor Richardson, Amanda Ray Carroll, Pietro Zaffino, Charles Strom, Annette Williams, Robin Trevisino, Marianne Ruffini, Usha Ara, Lisa Ann Smith, Elba Arizari, Lisa Bagote, Christopher Zahl, Renee Lamina, Mark Heimberg. We looked at his case earlier. Betty Fran Smith, Bonita Carmel, Mark Augustine Terry, Patricia DePoon, Curtis McCoy, Melissa Diane McQuinn. There's 2 age progressions on her. Charles Teets, Bonita Sanders, Mario Savandera, James Harris, short on her TikToker. Perfect. Arctic's a rock star. I hope you have a machete to project yourself to the bushes no longer safe. Were you in the bushes? Arctic was lurking and working. I know Arctic too well. Yes. Yep. Dandy, that is the reason I'm showing their faces and saying their names, because we always say their names and show their face. If I went and I opened every one of these, we'd be here till 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't go missing in Jersey. Odds are you won't be found, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Yep. Watching from the bushes. Working and lurking. My email. That Imbo one mom, her and her boyfriend just vanished from the bar in Philly, walking to their car, never heard from again. Oh, wow. That's this one up here. Lord, you don't realize how many you go through. I know it was up here. Right here. Danielle and Richard were last seen Saturday, February 19, 2005, 11:45 p.m., leaving Abine's Bar on South Street in Philadelphia, PA. She was from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Richard Patone Jr. is from Philadelphia. They both have NIC numbers. Picture above. Danielle was last seen wearing a jacket, cream-colored sweater, blue jeans, carrying a black purse. Danielle has a tattoo on her lower back of flowers. Danielle Richards possibly traveling a vehicle of a 2001 black and silver Dodge Dakota pickup truck. See similar pictures. So here's the pictures over here. Bearing registration YFH 2319. And then it goes on to say the Burlington County Prosecutor's Office at 609-265-7105. New Jersey State Police Missing Persons Unit at 800-709-7090. Or the Philly Police Department at 215-686-3013-3014. Wow. Can't even go out for a night without disappearing in freaking Jersey. Arctic's amazing. Love my thought I'd try a dirt nap, still a nap. What the hell? No one's safe anywhere anymore. I did a co-case premiere on that case. Good night, Far. Thank you for being here. Sending you an Insta coming and take a nap, friend. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Bye, Far.
This is where we were, right? Lisa Bacote, Christopher Zell, Renee Lamina. No, we've done been through those. I was down here. James Harris, William Jamison, Peter. I bet it's Nicholas Peter Zizima, Jan Andre Cotta, Charlotte Loomis, William Jones Jr. We also looked at his case tonight. And look, and this is just the people. Look at this. I'm all the way. Look at this. This is just the people that were reported missing, listed on this site. Imagine the people that weren't reported missing. How did the lady in the wheelchair disappear? Let's see. She was about halfway down, wasn't she, Barb? This one threw me off with the circle drawn around her face. Just seems odd. No disrespect, but it just seemed odd to me. Did I pass it, Barb? Oh, no. She's in a lawn chair, Barb. But we can look at her. Margarita Minda. Margarita was last seen on February 9th, 2000 at her residence in Williamstown Road in Gloucester Township. She was last seen wearing blue denim dress and a black hat. She was also wearing a silver watch, silver bracelet, and a tiger's eye ring. She does suffer from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Margarita may have traveled back to Puerto Rico. Any further contact, please Gloucester Township Department at 856-228-4500. It kind of looks like a wheelchair, doesn't it? The way it was sitting. Oh, is Walt Harris in the house? Walt Harris is here. Walt Harris. You like that, don't you? Having your own nightbot so you don't have to type it all out. Yeah. No, you're fine, Miss Barb. Don't you ever apologize, my love. Don't you ever, 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 ever apologize for anything. You don't apologize around Chill and these hell pots. Is Doodle still here? I had made something special for Doodle tonight. She has dementia, but may have flown back to Puerto Rico, right? I was thinking the same thing. She's got Alzheimer's and dementia, but she managed to get an airplane ticket and fly back to Puerto Rico. The things that make you go, Public service announcement. Wear a damn Apple tag. What are they called? Air tag in your shoe if you visit New Jersey. Or freaking Philadelphia for that matter. As far as I'm concerned. Hell, there's women that's even putting them in their hair. Have you seen that? Women going, when they go out, like go to bars and stuff like that, they put air tags. There's like this little thing that you can buy and it almost looks like a clip. And they're putting air tags in their hair. And like wearing their hair up in a messy bun. I know you guys have seen me in a messy bun. It's in a messy bun tonight. That's why my camera ain't on.
My hair is constantly in a messy bun because, you know what? I work from home. And I go get my hair done on Saturday, but, just to get the gray out. But
yeah, Craig's taking me to get my hair done for the wedding. I haven't had my hair did in so long.
Well,
there's Doodle. She says, "Welcome to the program, Walt."
She's just gonna. I gotta get it colored, just to get the gray, get it highlighted to get the gray out and stuff. And I'm gonna try some kind of different cut, but I don't know what. I kind of want and Doodle, hold the comments. I kind of want to get a shag kind of haircut or something. Look at her. You ain't innocent.
Oh, she
So,
said it. I've been waiting all night. I've been waiting all night.
what? Did she say she was innocent?
You said she was innocent. Close enough.
Oh. I said because she'll be saying she's innocent because she thinks she's innocent.
Hair tags, yes. Your dreads could definitely hide a hair tag.
Walt, if your first experience with Temu was a nightmare, then you're not doing it right. That's all I can tell you. I am the Temu queen. And yes, I have not had a bad experience with
family
Temu
missing?
yet.
Oh my God.
A whole family?
A whole ass.
As a haircut, Doodle, not like, you know what I'm talking about, a shag haircut. She's gonna do it. See, I knew she was gonna do it. I've been known to shag a time or two. Doodle. Look, right under her shag, content intended for adults, graphic content, trigger warning. See, right under that, Nightbot put that out there. Nightbot put that out there, right under Doodle's content. See, look, I've been known to shag and then graphic content right under hers.
It's a night hair. Doodle, did you see your GIF I made you? Did you see your little thing I made you? I've been waiting all night for somebody to call Doodle innocent or for her to say she's innocent.
Doodle, doodle, doodle. She's a nun.
I waited ever so patiently.
She thinks she's a nun. Oh, she's probably doing her Bible study right now. She might not have seen it. Because
let's see, I don't know. Let me think. Let me knock on Mr. Noggin. Who could trick us into doing that? Could have been Satan.
she's doing her Bible studies. She's doing her Bible studies.
Her Bible studies.
Her Bible studies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bible studies, my ass.
Anyone seen an article from Cleveland Clinic that showed a couple of sugar substitutes were linked to heart disease? It's kind of funny because they won't sell sugar soda in the cafeteria. What the hell? You love it? I made that just for you. Dandy says, I'm innocent of nothing.
Dandy said, I'm innocent of nothing.
I made that just for Doodle, Paula. I'm going to get back into making those too because I've been showing y'all those ones.
Those hair tags are a good idea. That's a really good idea.
You're not doing it right until you shag on a shag rug.
Oh, Lord. Arctic.
Shagging on a shag rug. Oh, my Lord.
I'm going to get a rope and put it behind my desk and hang it from the ceiling. I'm going to hang my monkeys upstairs and hang them down from the rope. They're going to be so cute in my office.
I'm going to say, woman, you better finish that sentence before that gets clipped. Oh, my Lord, will be on every clip channel there is. She's going to hang a rope behind her. Lordy mercy. Please don't forget to show my friend. Okay. Yeah, girl, because you've got to remind me. I told y'all at the beginning of the show my ADHD is kicking my ass today.
Doodle, which chapter are you on in the Bible?
Bullshit.
Which chapter are you on? Because I can study with you. I have a study Bible over there.
Thank you, Arctic, for sending this. This is Gabriela Candini de Oliveira. Luez Candini, and Gadel Candini. Gabriella is age 29, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'8", 200 pounds. Lewis is age 2, black hair, brown eyes, 2'6", 25 pounds. Gadel is age 4, black hair, brown eyes, 4 foot tall, and 50 pounds. The Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, oh God, is requesting the public's assistance in locating 29-year-old Gabriella, 2-year-old Luez, and 4-year-old Gadel. They were last seen in the 3600 block of East 46th Street in Kansas City, Missouri around 2 p.m. on 2/1/2025. The family is concerned about Gabriella, Gadel, and Louise's health and well-being. If located, contact the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department Missing Persons Unit at 816-234-5043 or call 911. Wow, that's terrifying, especially when it's the babies. Because it makes you wonder, your brain, your true crime brain automatically goes to, is there an abusive boyfriend? Was it mental health status? Police department, where we get fire out. Sorry, I have a fire request on Twitter. Case number, that would be great, and a direct contact. Okay, Avery sent me a link. She's on Proverbs. Kansas City, Missouri is having a missing persons epidemic lately. Yep, I agree. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Real crime team for the win. CCSO seeks Brandy Crouch, who has been reported missing. This was published on Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Brandy Crouch. Avery, I think I've seen a flyer for her before, or maybe a Facebook group. The County Sheriff's Office is seeking information regarding the whereabouts of Brandy Crouch. Crouch was last seen walking on U.S. Highway 331 near County Road 18 in Florala. She is described as 36 years old, weighing approximately 125 pounds, 125 to 130 pounds, standing 5'7" tall. Crouch's last known location was on Highway 331 rest area, where she was spotted on foot. Anyone with information should contact the Sheriff's Office at 334-428. And they should be ashamed. I'm just going to put this out here. Look at all these freaking ads. But that's her picture, guys. You sent me her flyer. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ardit. Freaking rock star. We will wait for this to load. Yes, I thought I'd seen a flyer before. Thank you, Ardit. She's still missing. Florala, Alabama. I'm really tired of mental health being an excuse. People are aware of what they're doing. Yeah. I think I covered her when she first went missing. You probably did, Ardit. You are a beast.
Avery, is that on the Florida-Bama line? Florida-Bama line? Is that close to Florida-Bama?
I'll give Avery a minute to respond. Snip it, clip it, screenshot it, whatever you guys need to do to get this out there for Avery. The Covington County Sheriff's Department is asking for help finding 36-year-old woman Brandy Nicole McClellan, or Brandy Couch, was last seen on August 27, 2024, walking along Highway 331 near the intersection County Road 18 and State Rest Area, Florala, Alabama. McClellan was last seen walking with white bulldog and a smaller brown dog. She wore red sleeveless shirt, black shorts, and a small backpack. Photo on the far right. If anyone has information about McClellan's whereabouts, they're asked to contact that same number that I just gave. I just saw her flyer. It might have been Missing Poster Monday. That might be why it looks familiar. Because I share a lot of flyers on Missing Poster Monday. As we all should, if you have social media, use that hashtag Missing Poster Monday, which you don't only have to share on Mondays. Was it Missing, or is you answering Kimber? She said yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, and then I've got a video I want to highlight for you guys tonight. Seriously thinking about putting this in an intro. It's probably going to fuck me up, but something about his stepdaughter? His stepdaughter and her friend had spent the night over there, and there had been like a previous event where he had like tried to drug the girls or something. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. How sweet is that? Oh my goodness. That is Drifty's cat watching us. That's a little man. Was it his stepdaughter? His stepdaughter and her friend had spent the night over there, and there had been like a previous event where he had like tried to drug the girls or something. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
He knows that's your voice.
Yep, he's looking like, where's Sissy at? I don't see Chris anywhere. Why is she in that little box?
He's
what
like,
the hell is going on?
He's like, give her to me.
Scratches. That's the sweetest kitty. The other kitty, the girl, the female, won't have nothing to do with me. And then the other one, Jolly, is a psycho cat. She is freaking psychotic. And I will die on that hill. That cat's a psycho.
He's like, give her to
All right,
me.
guys, it is midnight. Thank you so much for being here for our Viewer Choice Wednesday, where we covered New Jersey and surrounding area cases. And we love it all. Isn't that sweet? Him is the sweetest boy. Him is the sweetest boy. I love that cat. He's like the only one out of all three of them that'll have any damn thing to do with me. Just sweetest baby. But again, thank you guys for all being here tonight for our Viewer Choice Wednesday. And like I said, I will come up with a better name for Wednesdays because I'm trying really hard to get on a schedule. And that way it's not a Maj Podge. And that was not me if y'all heard that. My God. You just fucked up my whole outro. So
what did you do?
Oh, thank God for the noise canceling mic. He had Sharku Japan tonight. My Lord. Arik says, I'm a sucker for kitties. One of my dogs whines when Scarlett goes live until she talks to him. Aw, sweetest baby. Thank you, Arctic. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've had kind of a weird, I'm not gonna like get into all my personal stuff on here, but guys, I've been so off balance this week. Like literally my scale have tipped, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get in the state of mind that I'm just gonna not go live, because I promised myself and my community that these 8:30 lives are going to happen, because there's too many people that are missing and murdered and unsolved that need a voice. So I had to talk. Where are they Wednesday? I love that, Critical. I love that. Where are they Wednesday? Score.
I have a
Thank you,
present.
Critical.
I have a present option on my side now.
You should have already had one if you had your laptop.
Oh, that's why. Oh, kill.
That is so if you were in the studio, you can share.
Oh.
I love that. I'm going to make a thumbnail for that, because I'm also trying to keep the thumbnails uniform. But I totally just made a New Jersey thumbnail for tonight, which I think it turned out pretty good. I think it turned out okay for... Did you guys like the thumbnail? I know like one of the things is don't use red on your thumbnails. But I just did Missing and Unsolved because that's kind of what we were covering tonight, other than the one case that I highlighted that was a case where she was given her name back. But I thought it like drove the point. You know what I mean? Like we're doing New Jersey cases tonight. And then I just did the simple little live stream and on air in the corners. I have a little barn kitty on my bed. She sleeps beside me every night. She's the sweetest. Aw, I can't have kitties. Kobe does not like kitties, and neither does Isabel.
Well,
I can only have sibling kitties.
After Gracie got sick and we had to have her put to sleep last year, we're not going to get another cat because Evie, we had to keep them separated because pit bulls, it's just a pit bull thing, and pit bulls do not, I guess if they grow up together, if you have a kitten and a pit bull, or a cat and a puppy pit bull, it's possible. But a grown pit bull does not like cats. That's just how they go. Yeah, my Gracie, she was a sweetheart, Walt, and I still miss her. Of course, I do have her ashes, but yeah. But we can't have another cat. I mean, I've thought about it, but I'm just not going to have another cat because Evie doesn't like them, and I'd have to keep them separated. So I don't want her. I don't want to have to keep another cat separated. Just keep it separated. No, keep it separated.
I have not done New Hampshire yet. This was, what did we do last week for Viewer's Choice? Oh my God, that's so bad. I don't even remember. That's so bad.
We could go through all the 50 states.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, Captain Jenks said something about New Jersey cases, and I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be neat to do those on Wednesdays? Because we did. Oh, you know what? I did not go live last Wednesday. That's why I can't remember what we.
Yeah, you did.
What we covered.
So we need to write down the states as we go.
Did.
So remember New Jersey, or write down New Jersey, and then next week we can.
Have a notebook somewhere.
Well, here I've got a notebook right here because.
Oh my shit! Like when the ceiling started pouring on my equipment the other night, you wouldn't believe. Like, man, I've got monsters sitting on the floor. It's so bad.
I've got stuff.
I shouldn't even admit to that in public, but I mean, y'all had no idea. Aussie Sunday, it was like everything that could possibly go wrong. My computer kept crashing, and then all of a sudden I hear water, and I look over, and the ceiling's fucking leaking all over my computer equipment. So I got to get Craig over here with his gobbling ass, and he's holding equipment up in the air while I'm ripping shit off my desk.
Okay. No, I don't have anything. Go back to bed. Stop looking
I
at
don't
me
even
like
know
that.
what that was. Sure,
Okay,
it's something
so
important.
50. Okay, where are they Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wednesday. Oh, she did go. She listened. She went back to bed. Where are they Wednesday? So we've done New Jersey.
Mark that down.
Got it. New Jersey. Check. Okay, so we've done New Jersey. So I need to write down all the
And
other.
next week we will do New Hampshire.
Okay, so I need to write down all the 50 states. So I'll do that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the 50 states written down tomorrow, so I'll have them on a list.
I could probably
And
just
then-
make a damn spreadsheet.
Well, I can do that too.
Thank you guys for listening to us as we plan out our schedule. Appreciate you.
I can do that. Well, yeah. Y'all are being held hostage. We've got like 4 people. We got like 3 people. There's me, there's you, there's Paula, and there's Walt and Nightbot. Everybody else is like, bye. I'm not listening to these women talk about this.
You guys are a part of the community. You know, we could do New Hampshire. We could do the New England area too.
Yeah, we could do the New England area first.
Do the whole New England area. Well, New Hampshire's part of New England.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? And some of those states are really small.
Mm-hmm.
So we could do a New England.
Rhode Island.
We could do New
England.
That's what I want to do. I want to do the whole New England area. Would you be okay with that, Paula, if we did the whole New England area and we'll highlight New Hampshire first? And I'll make sure you're here in chat before I start with the cases from New Hampshire. And that'll also give me a chance to circle back to Harmony too.
And then because we'll have to do, and we can do Vermont, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. And there's also a suspected serial killer in New England too, that the police swear up and down is not a serial killer.
Well, of course they do. Because if they say they have one, then they have to do work. Why would they want to work?
They have porcupines in New England. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's your useless fact for the night. They have porcupines. Peggy says, hey, everyone, I've been lurking. Lots to get done. Moving in a few weeks. Wanted to say hi before you're done. Well, thank you, Peggy, for lurking. I always appreciate it.
Thanks for lurking, Peggy.
I appreciate my lurkers.
Yes, we love the lurkers. We love everybody.
Replay crew, lurkers, tragedy pimps.
Yeah.
As long as you hit the like button. Help a country girl out. Oh, snap. I do want to share one more thing. I promise y'all I will end this live before it's over with.
What are you sharing now?
But I have something else I want to share and a shout out that goes with it. There was an issue. Try again. I'm going to give you a damn issue. We couldn't have an issue. Computer. Can I flip it around on here? I don't think I can from this one. I like my other computer apps. No, I don't want a visual search. Well, I can't flip it around because this Microsoft computer is not like my MacBook.
What are you trying to show her?
A picture.
The picture that's on your. Okay, all right, that picture. I was gonna go get
By the
it
way, I
since
share a birthday with Dennis Rader. What?
You know, we were discussing who shares
Can
birthdays
y'all
with
see?
serial killers.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, those I saw those
Okay, so
earlier.
these,
Those are cool.
yeah, these are keychains. They say hashtag find Vladek. On the bottom of them, they say true crime web. These are buttons or pins. And then these are bookmarks. Mr. Steve and Mrs. Steve donated these for the car show and for awareness of Vladek Castle. So shout out to Mrs. Steve and Mr. Steve for getting these done, completed, and delivered to me yesterday. Mr. Steve came by the house and dropped these off before he hit the road to travel, and I'm very much appreciated. I did not want to publicly share them until I was able to get them to Bethany. So I was able to get them to Bethany, and we'll get the picture to Bethany because my phone is not allowing me to download or send pictures right now. For some reason, I've got to take it to the Apple store. So that is something else that we're going to be handing out at the car show, and I'll probably keep a few of them on hand for when I send flyers out. And the majority of the rest of them will probably go with Bethany, which I have the car show coming up in 2 weeks, and then, well, 2 weekends. And then I have a car show in May as well. And I don't have a flyer or anything made for it yet. But the Mustang Club, Central Florida Mustang Club, has also, because my father-in-law is a rock star, has also went ahead and sponsored and donated another vendor spot for me to highlight missing people in
Go
Florida.
back to bed. I don't have anything. Stop spying on me.
Are you talking to Dawn like that? You ought to be ashamed.
I'm talking to Evie.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn's in the bed. Evie was in the bed with Dawn, and she come in here because she thought she heard a chip bag ruffle. She's like, "Oh, a chip bag." She don't hear nothing else, but girl, it can be quiet in this house. You can you can stomp across the floor, nothing. You can make nothing. Chip bag. Hello. What are you doing?
Oh, mine's the same way.
You got any chips? You don't
Hell,
see it?
Kobe will get back here in the backyard, and I don't fuck around back there because that's where we saw that Florida panther. And I had to literally come in the house and get a bag of treats and lure him to the house. It's so bad. All right, I'm really shutting down this time for real, y'all. My pit bull is probably about to pop. He's usually been taken outside by now. So,
Oh yeah, Kobe needs to go out.
yes, Miss Barbara, those are the pins that Mr. Steve from True Crime Web are making. Yes, absolutely. Yep. He brought them by the house before he hit the road, Miss Barbara. I was so honored when we went and had brunch, late brunch, with him and Mrs. Steve. We had discussed him making them, or Mrs. Steve making them, and he was able to bring them by the house before he hit the road. So yes, if you're not subbed up to True Crime Web, please go sub up to him. They're amazing human beings, and I love him dearly.
Mr.
And
Steve
Mrs.
does great
Steve.
work.
And Mrs. Steve is just as awesome in person
Yeah.
as she is on the channel.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
haven't met
God,
him
we
in
laughed
person.
so hard.
And
I told her, I said, I'm so honored to meet you in person.
And I hear Mrs. Steve's a real trooper because I hear that she does. She helps him reenact a lot, and I hear she's a real trooper about it.
Yeah, he dressed her in one of those, what is it, a Tyvek suit, and drug her through the woods in Delphi. No, there's a video out there. I'm not kidding you. Ask Miss Barbara. She'll probably tell you about it. I was watching it, and Craig was like, what the hell's he doing? Who's he dragging? I was like, that's Miss Steve. He was like, oh my God.
How are you?
And then he was talking about throwing her off a boat. They do look really cool, Paula. I would turn my camera on, but I'm a whole ass hot mess, y'all. My hair is on top of my head. It's all sideways by this time.
Yeah, mine's the
Yeah,
same way. It's on my head. It's on.
it wasn't like a cute little messy bun. Now it's hanging off one side. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's how mine is. It starts out in a cute little messy bun, and then it's all like boom, bam.
Miss Barbara says she's seen it. It's funny. The video of him dragging Mrs. Steve through the woods.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, I slept so good last night. Y'all, I ain't
Did
been
you?
going. I hadn't, girl. I ain't. I ain't been going to bed till. I ain't been going to sleep till like I don't know 2:30, 3,
Mm-hmm.
3:30 in the morning. That's been going on for I don't know. You know, I don't know,
I
a
have
month
two
or
looks:
more.
beach bum and homeless bum. No in between. Oh my god. I live in Florida, so I ain't even ashamed. I go straight to the store with jogging pants on and flip flops. I don't even care. Well, no, I lie because I don't wear flip flops anymore. They hurt my toes. I'm old. I do have one pair of flip flops that come from Old Navy that I love, but I only wear them to the beach. I have slides. You know what I'm talking about? Like slides. The slides. I wear those. Shit out of those. And then I have my rainbow colored Crocs. They're
Girl,
snow.
my son lives
Girl,
in
that didn't
slum.
stop me from wearing slides and flip flops. I wear slides and flip flops in Kentucky. People like, what is wrong with you? There is snow on the ground and you out here in flip flops. I'm comfortable. If you don't like it, don't look at my feet. There ain't
My
nothing wrong
son
with my
lives.
feet.
My son lives in slides
I love my
when he's
slides.
home. He wears slides around the house. Big old toes hanging out. I'm like, oh, you got some ugly toes. Cover them things up. And then we'll be sitting out back and he'll have his slides on. I'm like, oh. And he'll go, shut up, mom. I'm like, oh, you got some ugly ass feet.
What the hell, Kimber? Calling that baby's
They
feet
are.
ugly? You ought to be
He's got ugly
ashamed.
feet. He's got the
You
ugliest
ought to be
ass feet I've
ashamed.
ever seen. They ain't as ugly now as they
Mm-mm.
were when he's little.
That's terrible.
Well, I can't help it. I got a 40. I got to get me some new sandals before we go to Florida this year, though. But that's, not until August, so. I'm already I'm already having anxiety about leaving the dogs. I wish I had somebody that could that I could trust to come to my house and take care of them and house sit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would feel much better if they could stay in their environment. Oh, it's hot, Lisa, but if you're out on the beach with the wind blowing and stuff, it's really not as bad as you would think it would be. And I have wine for breakfast and beer for lunch, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's hell. We have 2 seasons, Lisa.
Hot,
Hot and
hot.
hotter.
Now, once you get, like, when
Oh,
we
and
get ready to go, and hurricanes, yeah. But once we get ready to go out and eat, and then, like, if it's close enough for us to walk, and if you walk and you get behind, and there's not a breeze, like if we're walking down the road where the condos are and stuff, and there's not a breeze. But see, I mean, it's hot in Tennessee, so
it's not the same kind of hot, though.
no, because I mean, you do, like I said, when you're on the beach, it's humid. It's humid, but you do have that when you're on the beach and you're laying out, and you have that ocean breeze coming in, so it's not horrible. And then you've got the whole ocean to get into. Because I will get in the water, I just won't go too deep. Because I ain't trying to get at by no shark. I ain't trying to for a bull shark to come in and get me, but I'm always aware of shadows in the water. And that Florida sun's different too. I'll be having some sunscreen on down there. But there's nothing like the breeze coming off the ocean at nighttime. It's so nice. It's so lovely. I can already hear the waves now. But it gets hot in Tennessee. I mean, we have like Lisa said I got sunburned in Texas with long season sunblock under a sunshade.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it could have been a reaction to the sun. I think Texas is like a whole, just like hot, hot, hot. Oh yeah, that sounds like a reaction to the sun, Lisa. If your watch, where your watch was, wasn't light white. What you doing over there, Mom?
Grabbing links. What are you doing?
Thinking about going to bed.
All right, we're really going to end it this time, y'all. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody for being here. I have a pit bull that's about to pop, so I'm going to end it out as I always do. Remember, if you see something, say something. We never give up. It takes a village to raise a child. Kimber?
We never lose hope. And be good humans. Everybody have a good night.
And I will catch you guys on the flip side.